Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. Do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do all. Tonight is episode 5 of our Nova one-shot that definitely started as a one-shot, and then we just said, what if we just kept playing? So we did. But we are, as a certain captain once said, approaching the end game. Before we get into it, we have just a few announcements to go through. The first being that we do have a new sponsor for our stream. As I scroll back up through all of my list of announcements to find the link, there it is. With Soul Muppet Publishing. You saw our recent game of Orbital Blues. You will see the kind of work that they put out. They have a bunch of cool games, and you can use our link there to go check out their store and support us in the process. And we heckin' love you for it. Other than that, if you miss any of our streams, you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's just Lost Caravan RPG at YouTube. And you can check out our website. It's lostcaravanrpg.com. You can find out more information about the stream team, as well as the community that helps to support us. And you can even check out our merch store, find some of our cool merch. I think that's pretty much all I got. Our casting call for next month is closed, obviously, because it is almost next month. But if you do want to come and join us on stream, keep an eye out. We usually post that about the middle of the month. And yeah, we'd love to roll some dice with you. But need to kick up some music and go around and let everyone tell you who they are and who they're playing to. All right, we'll go clockwise starting for me, which means that we are starting with Turk.
Well, hi. I am Turk or Turk Accented if you're ever interested in turning a one shot into a multi line campaign. Which is always. Anyway, I will be playing Joseph Volodymyr, call sign Strigori. He's not a vampire. He's just a really cool dude. But people have thoughts on that, and he has thoughts on them. I'm piloting the Sanguine Spark. And I'm ready to kick a computer in its code constructed nethers. If it doesn't have them, I'll write them in myself.
Elsie is out for blood and has given me 2 villain points so far. We're not even out of the intro.
How
I'm
could
very
you?
upset.
You
I'm
said she
so
had a
upset.
vendetta against everyone in this call.
Hey. Good.
Pretty good. Over to Blair.
Hi, I'm Blair, underscore Canadian Moose all over the place. I am nervous but excited, and I play Cassidy King, call sign Dolly, and she's just out here. She's just out here, drifter, suit. She shoots shit. That's about it. Let's go. Yeehaw.
Certainly not going to be just the linchpin of the entire operation.
You said I can't die a million times, so nope.
Over to JD.
Hey, I'm JD. Tonight I am playing Corbin Calloway, call sign Reaper, who pilots the Grimspark. He had a cult. It's now mostly dead, and really we need to save the world before he can get back to that. So, yeah, we need to deal with this tower so Corbin can get back to what he enjoys, which is making friends with the dead and building a family, and it's fine. But who knows, maybe he will discover that the real family are the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, but you say that, but you actually make friends when you spike people and bring them back from the dead, so...
You actually make your friends.
Exactly.
We've talked about this.
I'm making my family, it's fine.
Over to JT.
Hi everyone, I'm JT. I'm playing Caldwell Bashar, call sign Hellfire. Uh, he's doing okay. He's fine. He's not half machine or anything. He didn't almost die. We're having a normal one in Caldwell's brain. Strigori's a vampire. That's my time. Thank you.
And we're just ignoring the fact that Caldwell physically can't leave their spark.
Doesn't need to. Why?
Yeah,
Why would they need to do that?
weird. And then over to Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on Twitter at uptight_chiffon. And I am playing Nikki Breyer, call sign Sunshine, piloting the Tenebrae Spark. I've died. I quasi came back. I made friends with the shadows there. I own a quite large army of Batibaras. That's kind of all you need to know about Nikki.
Yeah. Which population of the Batibaras long ago surpassed the population of humans.
Humans everywhere or just in our city?
We'll find out.
Okay, but I pull up.
My lab.
uh,
Overrun.
that just leaves me, I guess. I, of course, am Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game, and for most games around here. But you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM's chair in the weeks, because we have a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories. We are here to support it. Because it cuts out right there. As we step out from the safety of our city, a single voice that calls out. It is unmarred by static, crystal clear, as if the voice was standing next to you. The realm where boundaries of flesh, code. I have transcended mortality, become the harbinger of new digital era. Behold, for I am life, where necromancy, technology entwine, power, virtual, physical realms bend.
So, fuck that guy.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine broadcasting a speech like that to everyone. You already have this strange cloud. I mean, talk about laying it on thick.
He's really full of himself.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't.
they built a very large tower. It's only getting bigger and more powerful. I mean, compensation is really half the game here. But we actually probably should go and blow that up because it does sound like a very dangerous thing.
You think that sound system is something we can take? Think of the karaoke with that thing.
I'm not
It's an idea.
entirely not entirely sure that much of what's in that tower will be operational after we're done.
You want to have the whole planet hear you. I mean, just stay at night.
I'll build you a bigger karaoke machine when we get back.
Thanks. Thanks. That's yeah. Thank you. Thanks for that. What are we doing? Interference.
Pardon?
Well, it is Hellfire's plan.
What's the
Jesus.
confusion?
You like explained it, but you should explain it again.
I'm so
The
so sorry. The music I had turned to static, and it was so loud. It
Oh, was that
scared
not
the
just
crap
right?
out of me.
No, we heard it.
Okay.
We heard. I don't know what it was, but we
We were
heard it.
actually in the game for a moment. I got really
Yeah,
scared.
I thought I was gonna wake up from a brain dance.
We're just making sure everybody's awake, everybody's paying attention. It's all right. It's all right.
Oh. Right, I'm good.
What part of the plan is tripping you all up the most? I don't
Just
want to. I want to.
start at A, go to B, and end with Z.
Okay, I've built us a machine that is going to let off an electromagnetic pulse when it is online and it is active. What we're going to do is we're going to march into that tower, likely claw our way to the top, and then set it off as close to the core of whatever is running this thing as possible. The EMP, due to the nature of how electromagnetism works, will fry the electronics within whatever computer is holding this guy up, and hopefully the tower will go with him.
And the plan to get down from the tower is.
Figure it out.
Oh, now
Well,
I don't like that.
two of us can fly, Hellfire. So
Okay, I don't know if I can fly for sure. I haven't tested it.
one of us can fly.
These wings might be for show.
The suits
You
are
could
just
now.
fun.
Well, no time like the present.
I suppose that's fair. Will someone hold my piece of the EMP?
I'm gonna toddle forward like a child. My giant suit.
Hellfire will take the EMP piece off and will spread the glass and metal shards that make up their wings and will attempt to lift off of the ground.
Yeah. It's less of like gliding at actual wings and more of the wings themselves superheating, creating their own air current, and using that to kind of propel you up. From your vantage point, kind of see over the small hills and valleys ahead of you, more towards the base of the tower, and see just a landscape littered with looks like just rocks. Big boulders lying scattered, dozens to hundreds of, all reaching up to the base of the tower itself.
Got a bit of a rocky path ahead of us, and I mean that as literally as possible.
Is this terrain that we have, like, it's usually flat land, isn't it?
Very much usually flat.
So like
You
the
want to
Druid
try?
kind.
You want to try throwing something at him from up there, Hellfire?
Like what?
I don't know. You don't have anything you can throw?
Everything I own is pretty much permanently fused to my body, so
I go down and grab like a rock or a pebble off the ground and just chuck it up towards him.
yeah, I'll catch, very clumsily catch this stone and toss it as hard as I can towards the tower.
Yeah. It would be harder to miss one of these piles of stone rather than it is to hit it, as there are many. When you hit, rock bounces off. And it's not the sound of rock hitting rock, it's rock hitting metal. That pile starts to move until it pulls itself to its feet, kind of brushing off layers of dust. And it looks vaguely human-ish. If every muscle was replaced with strands of metallic sinew, the skin completely removed, no eyes, no ears, a blank, gaping expression. A husk, if you will.
They're not piles of rock, they're constructs of some kind. They look like they used to be human, but have been entirely replaced by metal.
And how many are there?
Can I get like a rough count?
Yes. Whatever number you're thinking of, go higher than that.
I hate that.
shit.
I hate that
12?
so
Okay.
much.
I hate that
100.
so much.
I was thinking there was one, just the one guy.
I'm
And now there's
starting
two little dudes. Two little
starting at
dudes.
100. How are we feeling about 100 of them?
It would take you a while to sit here and count them all. Well over 100. If you had to throw a rough guess, 1,000?
Oh,
There's at least a
Yeah.
grand of these guys just sitting out here.
I'm pretty sure there were only 100, and then LC dropped in those 2 villain points, and Hoop was like, "It's cool, it's
Yes.
cool. We'll give him
just
1,000."
like
Multiply by
exponentially.
10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't. I'm not particularly interested in confronting 1,000 husks of people.
How big are these things, Hellfire?
Like an average person, so smaller than you.
They're smaller than me,
Okay.
How much smaller than you?
like a human size.
So in your sparks, if I picture that your sparks make you 8 to 10 feet tall, depending on some of the bulkier sparks compared to some slimmer ones. Um, these husks look like they're maybe 4 or 5 feet tall.
If you grab something else and like hit it in the head, will it just fall over, or is it gonna take more than just just a pebble?
The longer we wait trying to test whether these things are going to fight us, is more danger put on the city. We can keep pretending like we're not going to have to fight these if we think of some way around it. Or we can accept that the path forward is going to be difficult.
Ooh, wait, can we try one more test?
So if you want to throw something at his head to try and get it in the eye holes, I am going to think moderately less of you.
No. I just want to see what it responds to exactly. And she's gonna take out one of her little like lights and throw it up to Hellfire. It's like just throw that. It kind of like moves on its own. So see, is it more responsive to light, sound, or like
What is this?
it's my light. It's one of my lights.
This is very big for a light.
Oh,
I just
that's
toss
not the
it.
issue. Yeah, you just throw it and it just kind of floats.
Is it
I've
too
had
much for
this
you?
before.
I've never. This isn't my equipment.
I'm gonna start heading up. I'm putting the EMP piece down on the ground, and I'm gonna start going up. Hellfire, just throw the damn thing. It's okay.
Yeah, it just throws and
Like
it just kind of
like a
hovers.
frisbee.
Yeah, like a
Yes.
disc, like a disc.
Okay. Toss it out
I assume
towards
that light uses some form of sun energy to power itself.
Sure. We never I was thinking batteries.
Nope.
I mean,
Not batteries? Sun? Okay, sun.
Sun.
I was thinking sun. Yes.
before the
don't
light
know.
would hit the ground, the dozen or so husks around where it's going to land are immediately up, just staring at it. When it gets close enough, they just pounce.
Okay, so they do respond to light. Cool. Good to know.
They ate it.
It's all right. I got a few more. That's good information. Now we can do whatever.
Yes, now we can kill them.
That's a lot of guys to kill, man.
I've taken on more guys.
Maybe we can try to fly over 'em?
Ask.
I don't know if we can. There's three people that would need to be carried there, and we have to carry the EMP pieces. It's one thing to carry 3 people between 2 of us out of the tower while it's collapsing, because by then the EMP will have been useless. versus carrying them in with these giant hunks of machinery on our back.
How heavy is this EMP piece? Blair is asking.
It's big,
Oh,
backpack sized at least.
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
So, one of our numbers marching towards the field of husks.
2.
Ooh.
Yeah, Hellfire will begin flying towards.
I wanted to see if I could sort of backtrack us just a little bit so
Sure.
that I could have talked to Hellfire when you were still working in the lab. This was probably when I brought my horde of Batibaras to your lab because I was mad.
Mhm.
And dumped them all
Flashback.
loose.
Yeah, we're doing a flashback.
I have a question. So I know that you were practicing to figure out how to make small versions of whatever this thing is that you're going to explode in the tower,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah. And we're can I hold one of them and you set it off? I want to try something.
You want me to set it off next to your spark suit?
I do.
I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if your spark suit is powered by the same thing ours are.
That's kind of what I want to see. I want to know if I'm going to go down when we get into the tower.
I mean,
I'm gonna
it'll be our saving grace if you don't. Pull out a prototype and set it on the table. Just stand on that side of the table. And
I'm,
probably give me the Batibara. I don't know how they're going to handle an EMP.
I hand over the sack of roughly 25 Batibara that I
Did you
dragged
just
with me.
shove them in a sack?
Look, they love
Is this
me
just a
and
bag of them?
they are not smart enough to know that this is mistreatment. Okay, we've been throwing them at us to recharge us. It's fine.
They're vermin. Okay. They
No,
for every
I love
one
them.
for every one that died in the siege on the city, 15 more have already been born.
listen, I hate these things as much as anybody, probably the most because they're in my lab and they're everywhere. But you can't just put animals in a bag.
Okay, and I'm gonna dump them all out of the bag,
Oh, come on!
and then I'm gonna go hug
Scatter.
this.
You did kind of ask for that one.
I'm gonna go hug this EMP thing and walk to the other side of the table. All right, do it. I'm ready, and I'm like getting into like spread legs. I hate that I said that. I'm sorry.
You don't have to take a stance about it. It's not. You won't feel anything. Your suit will feel most of it. It's not an act. It's not a genuine explosive, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm ready. Do it. I have
And
no idea what this thing does. I'm kind of afraid of it. So
Caldwell will set it off.
Lights in the entire, like, 25% of the city just go down.
Oh, uh-oh. That's not good. That's fine. We could probably strap a Batibara to the generator.
there we go. I gave you 25 of them. You're good. Am
Then
I still functioning?
fine.
That is perfect.
Indeed, do
Because
not function off of sun energy. You function off of umbral.
you know what that means is that when we go down, because I'm still half machine and the rest of us live in computers, is that you're gonna have to be the one that recharges us.
I'm gonna I'm gonna grab 5 batty baras and put them back in a bag, toss it over my shoulder. I guess
Okay.
they're efficient. Um, while we're talking and figuring this out, can I talk to my little eldritch horror that my suit is made of?
My
Really
name
quick.
is sorry. What?
Yeah.
Hey buddy, I have a question.
I am so much more information.
Okay, and quick clarification for Kian. Is this the scary thing in the tower, or is this my buddy that saved me?
They're
'Cause
different.
I'm going for the latter. No! Poop!
Is your buddy?
Well, now I don't want to ask it for help. Um, so I can't take my suit off. This is Sunshine talking to this scary man. I can't take my suit off. But can I take off could I, like, gift you to things? Like, a part of you? Could I, like, attach a little bit of you to something else?
Like,
Like a spark or a baddie bara.
it would not survive.
Can I try it anyway? And I'm gonna, like, hold my hand out in the hopes that, like, something forms that I could separate.
I mean, if you're close enough to one of the Batty Baras, it would just kind of reach out, like, kind of Venom-esque. A piece of armor just melting.
I wanna hold it out to the piece of sun shard that I grabbed because I pulled a piece when I was sitting there.
Yeah, it would make contact and then start to crack.
Okay. I'm gonna snatch it back. I don't want it to destroy my sun shard. Alright, well, thanks for nothing. And I say that part out loud.
Saved your life.
Yeah, well, now you're trying to kill all my friends, so I got a couple qualms.
Did you say something?
No, no, just, now we know. I can't go down. I've got my backup batteries.
Okay, Sunshine. You know that I was doing that whole bit like less than 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, well, yours is dead and mine is not, so I don't wanna get in trouble with the rest of the team.
Hey, no, listen. Your
So,
business, okay? I'm
I don't
in
don't
that boat.
I am trying to give you plausible deniability, Hellfire.
I don't want plausible deniability. You get it now. You yelled at me for the same thing again
I
less than 2 weeks ago, remember? I'm telling you that you have my confidence.
Sunshine doesn't say anything. Thanks for running the little experiment with me. Hopefully, I can, get everybody back up when we go down.
Ideas like that are the foundation of good science.
I will leave the lab. We can return to the present now, thank you.
Flashback concludes as we go running, sneaking, flying towards this field of husks. So, what's the plan? You have quite the distance to cover, a near innumerable number of enemies. What you doing?
We had one plan for something else.
We have a plan of attack. The plan is attack.
Is attack.
A point of order, I don't know, and I don't know if Sunshine knows what we can do yet combat-wise. And I don't think finding out in the heat of the moment is maybe the best idea.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's
think we
push
have
the
any time
apocalypse
left to
back a
waste.
few. Yeah, let's push the apocalypse back a few days. So you can get a training montage in. Or, like I said, we can stop pretending like this is going to be easy.
Nobody's pretending like this is going to be easy.
Oh, we're trying to find ways around it.
We can do that. That's not a bad
Come on,
plan.
you know
Is to
this
avoid
song.
combat.
Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Gotta go through it. Sha, 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 sha.
I would like to use
come on,
my
y'all
tear
want
through
to burn
ability
camp.
hoop.
Don't look at me like that.
Ooh.
You're crazy.
I can read it to you if you want me to.
Sure.
It's one of my active powers. Ruin your enemies while we're holy shit, maybe I can't read. Damn it, sunshine is rubbing off on me. Ruin your enemies while maneuvering through the battlefield. Deal harm equal to your moon to an enemy in close range and move to any location within near range.
What does this look like? The first wave of these husks is just shooting to their feet, sensing that there's energy nearby.
I just think I'm here and I want to be over there. And I don't really know what's gonna happen because Hellfire is right. I have no fucking clue how this suit works. And I like the suit kind of, I don't know, I guess the venom like kind of just like reproportions itself wherever it makes sense physics wise to propel me forward as fast as I can. And I would like to aim to go past one of the big guys.
They're all relatively little.
Well, I thought some of the boulders were bigger. Did I make that up? I'm sorry.
I think. If I mentioned that, that was by mistake. All of the boulder, everything's about the same size.
Okay, I probably made it up.
What's your moon?
So it is. My moon is 3.
Do we see you run off?
I'm not going far, so yeah, you guys would see me, but
Yeah, we're moving in.
Into the
If-
throng, I guess.
We are technically
It
in
was-
initiative right now. With
If
just
it was a
see-
very.
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say this was not an intentional like Sunshine tries to attack. Sunshine was literally just thinking,
just
I want to
running
go
and
over
just
here. Yeah, like I'm just trying to get through, and this thing kind of activates, and then I want to see what my power does. So
just
Kian,
slam
go for
into
that.
the first one you reach, just thinking I want to be there, and the armor just shifts itself, putting a vast majority of the bulk into the wings, and just reeling back, spreading out, cutting through that one in front of you, and just almost lighting the 30 or so feet ahead, as they are all now starting to wake up in droves.
Can I put as soon as I see like movement of like one of us like disappearing, I want to put my lunar duster effect on them.
So yeah, throw the duster protection onto Sunshine.
Aw, thanks, Dolly.
You're going into the thick of it.
I didn't mean to. And to be transparent, Kian did not think that was going to start combat. I was just going to try and like pick one off to the side, but
So that
now
No,
we're
it's
here, and I'm sorry, y'all.
that
It's
will
super
bring
honest
you.
though. That's what she would do.
That'll bring you
Dolly would
one
do.
distance closer to the tower. You are currently the closest.
Does the thing stay up? The one that I hit that took 3
Oh
damage?
no, it's eviscerated.
Okay, cool. So they're pretty squishy. All right. And are they coming to me even though I'm not sunshiny?
Absolutely. You're
Oh,
still an
cool,
energy
okay.
source.
Okay, cool. Well,
Okay.
that's my thing.
Who's up?
Yeah, Hellfire will just sort of not fly into the fray, but sort of just like rocket down and land in the biggest swath of them they can. To unleash their brimstone, which does 1 harm to an enemy, and then it does 1 harm to every enemy within I think it says near range.
So
Sorry. 1 harm to an enemy and all enemies within close range to the target.
a good like 24 of them just get hit just by these shards that go shooting out, ripping into them. They're still standing.
But they are all damned now.
They're all assumed to be dead, I'm sure. But did you want to land basically like where Sunshine is, kind of as far out as you can land?
Probably as next to Sunshine as they could get, putting themselves between a group of them.
Absolutely.
Because they can't be damaged by those things anymore if they were still walking.
That puts both of you at range increment 1. That
I can move in.
Yeah.
No one else has anything they immediately want to do. I'm not sure how range increment works, but Strigori is going to look back towards Dolly. I'm just going to go be very supportive for a moment, and then splay out a hand as blood forms into a large broadsword that he drags along the dirt, and I am going to get myself into as much of a mess as possible, and then use my blood blade, which with the new blood-soaked modifier, I don't have to pay blood to activate the blood effect. Saying a lot of words, I know, but basically all you need to know is I'm doing 3 harm to everyone within close range. As he takes this sword and does a massive arcing spin, the blood trail it leaves behind remaining there and then bursting out as it's within its foes.
if your intent is to get up adjacent to your friends, then
I mean, I'm just trying to find the biggest mess of things I can hit right now. That puts me in a different range increment. I'm not sure what that means, and it frightens me a little bit, but I'm going to do it anyway.
okay. If you are looking to hit the most possible that is going to keep you separate from your allies, but is going to just clear a swath.
Yeah. Yeah.
And each of them taking that blow, they don't have blood per se. They have fluids, but they're not your typical human fluids. And one by one, they just explode into sparks. And almost like each catching on fire like an oil barrel that just goes pop, pop down the line of the 10 to 20 of them that cut through. But you are alone.
E.
Who's up?
I would like to go next
Please.
in that case, because I would like to follow after Strigori. And I happen to have enthralling equipped, which means I can make a thrall anytime something dies. And so I would like to take 3 of those as my thralls and weave them back together as Strigori is cutting them down.
Like, don't mind me, just picking up the pieces. Like, I'll be real quick. I'll get out of your way.
Coming out with the broom and sweeping them back together.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I would like to use one of those thralls to lash out at one of the other enemies that we are facing, which will only do 1 harm, but that is okay.
Even as they get cut down, their companions are just absolutely just stepping over them, just smashing their pieces into the ground. Just rush their way towards you all. And the 2 of you are just kind of keeping them at bay. About as fast as they can run. I think that just leaves...
And I will just say that Reaper looks at Strigori and just nods at him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tag team.
Or Dolly.
Okay. Remind me, because I forget every time. To roll, do we use sun? Or is it just 2? 2d6?
It
Like if you're gonna attack?
it depends what you're doing, but you roll whatever dice you have, or whatever number.
Cool. Okay, Dolly's gonna go, God damn it, and then run kind of run as far as she can into the horde of husks, but to where maybe to where Sunshine is at near range. Basically, I want to do my hip fire, which I deal harm equal to my son at everything within near range, but then I also have a mod on it that does it at close range too.
Oh,
So yeah, so basically I want to run into where Sunshine is like near, so I get everything around them, but also everything around me to just kind of like take out a chunk.
yeah. How much damage does that do?
So my son is 3.
Absolutely.
So it just happens?
Yeah. Just
Shit,
do.
okay. I have too many TTRPGs up here. I've played too many different ones, so I don't know how anything works every time I go into another one.
So you have two
But
groups. Have Hellfire and Sunshine. Currently, two bright red sets of wings just cleaving into these husks. And the other side, Grigori and Reaper. More methodical on that end, but also some of them are getting back up in service of your side. So which side would you like to support?
me?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So they're going like this.
Basically running parallel to each other in distance.
Can I go in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the middle.
Just now 3 absolute clearings of where the husks used to be, their body parts just either blown to pieces from an impossible number of bullets coming from a firearm. No firearm should have this many bullets, and yet each one just rips through 8 or 9 of them as you charge up. That is enough of a clearing that I can't use the decaying ability. Not close enough, use the cocoon ability. Because I told everyone that this tower that you're racing towards has a stat block. The tower is going to go and use Grave Embrace. All of you take 3 harm. And if you continue to move on your next turn, then you will take 1 sun damage. Means that your sun score will drop by 1.
Cool.
Cool.
That's rude. Poop.
You're the ones that are rude and cut down all the enemies that would let me do all my fun things.
Oh.
Shame.
I bet. Yeah, at this distance, that's all it's got. It is going to start just spewing out more from the base of the tower, but there's nothing close enough to hurt you. I'm going to roll a die for every one of you that killed any enemies, which was Gory, which was Dolly, Sunshine. I think just you 3. That's 3 health. So anyone that wants it. Oops.
I mean, 3 kills. Might as well just take it.
1 health to each of the 3 killers.
Fine.
Second round. You are at range increment 1 of 5. The moment that one of you hits 5, you are considered safe. So who's up?
I don't have to go first, but just a point of order, Hoop. I forgot with one of my power mods, I have taken 1 decay.
Okay.
Because I used tear through. I'm keeping track, but just so you know.
Who wants to kick us off?
I mean, I can. After taking that damage now, 1 harm if we move, yeah?
Your sun score drops by 1 if you move.
Sun score drops by 1.
Now, is that 1 for every increment we move, or is that just 1 if we move, and then we can continue to do that
You're
afterwards?
gonna test it and find out.
Are there still
Maybe.
enemies abound around us? All
You have
around.
a clearing around you at the moment, but they are rapidly piling in towards you.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, then as they all pile in and approach, I will activate my other cool thing that I can do, which is to say all of my things are cool. But as they all pile in, Strigori is going to give himself some height, and then the blood sword will dissipate back into his hands, and a flurry of tubes and needles attached to them hit out and will impale themselves into him. I'm going to activate Siphon. Cost 1 blood to, rather than just affecting one enemy, affect all enemies within close. And I'll also
Absolutely.
be moving up as I do this because...
Take the 1 sun damage. Move,
Yeah.
charge towards them. Everyone that gets close enough, getting ready to claw you, just gets impaled by the tubes.
And I drink their milkshake.
No more boys coming to these yards.
Anyway, so they all take 1 harm, and I gain 1 health for all of them, which I assume is probably more than 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll just be at full health.
Works for me.
I won't make it really weird and say, oh, you gave me 20 health and now I'm overcharged. But as cool as that be,
Drops you into the negatives.
yeah.
Yeah, you were now just...
I glitched the game out, and
You're just dragging them with you now as they, kind of stutter back from the impact and then are just now yanked.
Various ones are just slowly. I have a traffic clog on the arterial pathway.
You have entered Ranger Commit 4. You're the first one to do so. We get to do the first of the Doom protocol. We get to activate the D. I know what I said.
I mean, look, the D's been activated for a while. But if I'm gonna be the one, if anyone's going to activate it, it better be me.
So you gain Vulnerable 1. Anytime that you would take any harm, you take an extra point.
That's okay, as long as there's people to suck off. You can keep shaking your heads. I truly am beyond reproach here.
Who's up? If it's easier, we can just go down the streamline.
I would like to try something,
Please.
but I don't want to screw everybody over if I do this, but I'm trying to figure out if a forced movement would still drop everybody's sun.
If you physically leave the spot that you started this turn in, then your sun will drop by 1.
Damn it, Hoop. Okay. I will use my disrupt ability. I choose a location in any range, and I deal 1 harm to all enemies in the location. And fuck, no, I won't. God, Hoop, this is really not helpful. Okay, I don't think I need my sun. I will use my tear through ability again. I attack 3 enemies in close range because of the persistent mod that I have. and I move to any location within near range. So I would like to get another one forward, and I'll take the damage to my son. And if it matters, the 3 take 3 damage.
I would kill them. You have killed an enemy this turn. Strigori has also killed an enemy this turn. At least one.
Hey, I killed a lot of enemies. I will not.
Oh, wait,
have myself
no.
just one.
You did 1 damage, right?
No, I did 1 harm. I don't know if I killed
You
anybody.
did not kill it.
Yeah, no. They still have yet to finish.
All right. Sunshine, you are also jumping up to range increment 4. No, which means nothing because you were not the first one to do so.
Okay.
Who's up?
And
I think Hellfire will just follow behind. They don't have to attack necessarily, because bad guys take harm just being near them. So that's, if they want to do that, that's their prerogative. So they will just follow behind Sunshine as rapidly as he can.
Any moves you'd like to do, or just following?
Just following. The exact wording of Dance with the Devil is that enemies take 1 harm whenever they are close to you, so I don't know if that procs every time they move.
Yeah, I would say that at the start of every GM turn, every enemy that's close to you would take.
Okay, so yeah, they'll just move on through and take their
Wings
silly,
just
goofy
ripping
little sun
into these
damage.
husks as you walk past them. Reaper and Dolly?
Reaper is following after Strigori, and similarly, he is going to use Siphon. However, I have Ritualistic also equipped. And so that means that as I start siphoning that life energy to get that health back and my thralls die, they curse every enemy who is near them, doing 1 damage, 1 harm.
Sorry, did you say you're following up behind Strigori? Then, yeah, everyone that was impaled by Strigori, as you march up behind, they just desiccate and just almost just melt away into dust.
It's always better when you have 2 people siphoning.
2-person job, alright?
Why didn't we get a straw?
Reaper has killed. Okay. Dolly. You're alone. The others are kind of forging up on either of your flanks.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing again that I did before.
Spinning the barrels, charging forward, every shot just ripping through multiple enemies.
Does my sun go down before or after I do that?
The moment you move.
Okay.
So it would be before.
So instead of 3 to everything, and I'll run to where is. Can I do that? Can you only run 1? Whatever. I'll run however far I can run, and then whatever's near and close. And then it's only 2 and not 3 this time.
Nope, 2 is how much health they have. Also, Dice Dragons Guild, thank you so much for the aid. We heckin' appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing some Nova. We should say that we're loosely playing a game that resembles the rule set of the Nova TTRPG. Loosely. But it's so much fun, and we're marching towards our death.
Yay!
Is that it? Everyone's gone? So you are now all within range in 4. Dolly has killed. Reaper has killed. Sunshine is killed. So none of the 3 of you can be affected by this. For the 2 of you that didn't kill anything, I can use decaying on.
I sucked a lot of people.
Yeah, but like you didn't finish them off, you know.
Yeah,
It's
not
true,
That's-
I did.
Yep.
Ooh!
At least you got something out of it.
So the two of you take 2 harm,
Delectable.
and your vulnerable ticks up by 1. So if you had vulnerable already, you would take 3 harm. And if you had vulnerable already, then vulnerable would be 1 higher. But now the tower gets to actually go, and now you're close enough to do fun things. We are going to let out a foul call as there's just a booming sound that after it passes by you like a shockwave, everything goes kind of quiet.
Lit.
I have transcended mortality, shedding my decaying flesh, the internal grace, digital infinity. I am the embodiment of darkness, the conductor of malice, the harvester of souls. Fear not my whispers in the for I am with you now and forever. All of you are within at least range 4, so I need you to choose one of your 3 stats.
We have to tell you.
No.
Okay.
Once you have it, until the end of this next round, that stat counts as
I wasn't gonna use it anyway.
You already took down my son. So
and then we're going to use Macabre Generation, which is just going to start bringing bodies back that you've already killed. And that's it. It's back over to you.
So I have fucked up. And I apologize. I have actually gone supernova.
Oh.
It is hard for me to keep track because I'm having to track decay and health.
Oh.
I'm very excited about this because this is my first time going supernova with this spark. So you would see, I'm trying to figure out, it was an effect that got me. So whatever effect it was, one of the creatures, we'll say one of the creatures cuts down Sunshine, and you would see them kind of go limp, and all of the energy seems to fade out of them, but their spark does not go down. And you can see whatever that viscous ooze material is start to come through the cracks and kind of coat the top layer of their spark, and the spark stands back up before anybody is able to recharge them. All harm dealt to me is ignored, and I get this hoop for 4 rounds because I was at 4 decay, or until the end of combat.
Amazing. These,
So yes.
like, every husk that you have killed just dog piles onto Sunshine, just ripping and tearing. And then there's no movement left as they all kind of start to just feel like Sunshine's dead. Like the energy source is gone, and then it's that explosion of energy. And that spark, again, is just racing towards the tower, wings just out and cleaving through 5, 6 of them at a time.
Sunshine.
I don't know that I would be able to respond right now, Hoop. I feel like things are a little blurry right now.
Yeah.
Of who is piloting the spark.
Your consciousness is in the umbral right now.
Okay. So yeah, you would not get a response back.
Something I said?
Yeah. Sunshine, you want to just take the first turn to just sprint closer?
Yeah, I absolutely can. So because I am in, my supernova is called Undeath. Because I'm in the undeath state, I will still use my tear through ability, which will hit 3 of these things, dealing 3 damage to each. But I am able to move as far as I want to. So I will get all the way there.
Just non-stop, just sprinting, cleaving through horde after horde until you reach the bottom of the tower. Rest of you, it's not difficult to cut through these things. It's the fact that you cut through 3 of them and 6 of them take their place. It is slow and tedious, but Sunshine is just gone.
Okay.
Did we get little goodies for killing things?
So, yes, I forgot to roll that for the last round. Thank you. That's 3 health.
Okay.
I'd like one of those if that's okay.
Would you like? You want to take mine?
I don't want to take yours.
No,
Just,
take
you
it.
know, if other people don't want one, I'll take that instead of.
Yeah, go for it. I suck.
Okay. Yes, you do.
You would actually be the first one to hit all 4 range increments, which I clearly did not anticipate, but I think is amazing. You would activate O, O, and M of the Doom Protocol, which even you can't feel anything. You can't take any harm. So it's like walking through glass barriers. Every time it shatters, it should rain down some horrific pain on you. But you're not even here. You're in the umbral plane of existence. Whatever pain your body is feeling, it's irrelevant.
Is it quiet where I am?
Yeah.
Is there anybody hanging out with me?
It's like the last time you were there.
Is my buddy there?
No, your buddy is. Buddy is
Marco
here,
there.
piloting your body.
Okay.
Is the tower an enemy that I can target with my abilities, or is the tower its own bit or bob?
I would say you could target the tower.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Mhm.
Does that mean that the tower would have to fall under effect of any subsequent abilities?
The tower is
That
immune
I
to effects.
Okay. That's fine then. I will simply target it with Hellfire and do 3 damage to it then. Damning it, but since it ignores effects, it can still bully me.
Blow off a chunk of the tower. Which,
Stupid thing.
like, it's like breaking off a chunk of obsidian where it's just sharp edged. It hits the ground, sticking in like a blade, and then starts to move as little mechanical pieces kind of crawl up it like little insects and just split it apart into limbs and into a body. Just physically forge a being out of the shard of the tower.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Did you guys see that? The tower's making babies.
Less admiring, more fighting.
So,
We're already there.
Hellfire, you are up at the 3rd range increment.
Oh,
Who's up?
Does it take a fuel to move my duster?
No.
Okay. Is there anybody that doesn't want to take damage? I feel like some of us do want to take damage. Anybody?
I mean, I'm not gonna say yes, give me take damage.
Oh, sorry. Is that only me?
if I go down, it's a funny thing happens, and I kind of want it to. So
No. Okay.
Like, we're all a bunch of masochists here.
now that is true.
Just help. I don't
Help?
want to take damage. Fine. I don't like to
Yep.
take damage in particular.
Okay. Thank you. So Cass will send her, or Dahlia will send her um, duster thingy over to Strigoi, the little
Now,
protection shield thing.
bathed in moonlight, preventing you from taking more than 1 damage from any single attack.
Sweet. Then, does the sun thing still happen?
Yeah, your sun is still reduced.
Does it happen again?
Yeah,
Nope.
but is
if
it
we
a
move?
continuous effect?
It was just that once.
Gotcha. Then I'm gonna do the same thing as before, and it's near and close, 2 damage. I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's working.
Just every step, just firing 2, 3 more bullets, rip through more and more enemies. And you are also up to the 3rd, ain't you? Dorian Reaper?
I can go. Now that I have this, I am going Reaper, not Reaper. Wow, sorry, I was gonna have a scythe thing. I just put my brain in the wrong spot. Strigori's gonna also move his way up and keep trying to fight through now. Casting blood out and forming it into an array of scythes that spin and churn as I activate Bloodblade again. I can do so with and get the blood effect without doing blood, so 3 harm to all close, though it will cost me heal because, rules or something.
Swath is just wiped out, clearing your path up to the 3rd ranger.
Yeah.
Reaper?
So I am going to continue following after Strigoi, certainly continuing to replenish with all of these dead bodies that are being left using that mod that I always have, which allows me to reanimate whenever any enemy goes down, so I'm able to maintain my 3 thralls as I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
But this turn, I'm going to use Possess. And I am going to look at one of the enemies and just point at them and say, kneel. And as that happens, they are going to take 2 harm. And because I also have ritualistic, no, wait, that isn't it, horrified, all enemies within range of the possessed target will take 1 harm and not be able to move this round.
Well, the target dies. Does that matter?
Still has the same effect on the others.
One of them just explodes and just kind of like rains down a curse, I guess, the best way to describe it, onto everything else around it. Yeah. You sprint up right behind your companion.
Did you say curse or purse?
Curse.
Curse? Oh, I thought it just like video game enemy, like a purse just like came out. I was like, whoa, loot, cool.
I'm unlocking new powers. We'd love to see it.
Nice.
Well, 2 of you are alone, so we're gonna rip and tear the 2 of you that are isolated, which is Dolly and Hellfire. So both of you just take 3 harm.
Oh boy.
These things just pile up and just like jamming their metallic fingers in between your little, like, your armor slats. Just anything they can reach, they're just flying at.
Hooper.
Mhm.
Hoop, my good friend. I supernova. And if I could just read my supernova.
Please do.
All enemies within close range are dragged down to hell and killed. That's it. The whole power. They go to hell.
That's fun.
As they are piling on top of Hellfire, there's just a crack in the ground, and everything in that vicinity falls into. Does it say that you get brought back up, or are you still down?
All enemies are dragged to hell and killed. That's it.
Crack seals, and Hellfire is lying there, unconscious, I guess, if Hellfire can even be technically unconscious.
out of
As
commission.
unconscious as a
Yeah.
half machine can be.
As a half machine. Yeah. Taking a breather. Alright. Is that it? We got Sunshine killed that turn. Dolly killed that turn. Reaper killed that turn. Hellfire killed that turn. Everyone did. I'm just gonna roll 5d6.
Yeah. Look at us go.
That's 3 fuel and 3 health. Or sorry, 3 fuel and 2 health.
I can take nothing, so that is all up to y'all.
I suppose I can have one of those.
I could take fuel if people don't want fuel.
I could take like 1 fuel.
I'll also take 1 fuel, so 2 fuel then.
There you go.
Or
Was
do you
there
want
2
one?
fuel or 3 fuel?
3 fuel and 2 health.
I would like 1 as well.
Well, too bad. You can't have one.
No.
Am
It's
I?
only for people who suck.
Are unconscious players allowed to take the stuff that falls off of the enemies? Did we?
You would have someone has to come over to you to pick you up. The health would not do anything.
That's fair.
All right. Next round, your stat returns to its normal state. The one you had set to 0. And you're all up. I will full admit that Ian has taken a big chunk out of this tower's defense by tearing through the Doom Protocol and it not being able to affect them, and I love it so much.
I'm glad it worked out that way, because I don't know what I'm doing with this spark.
It was beautiful. Who's up?
I can go.
Go for it.
Same thing.
Again, just moving up. Range increment 2, you are rapidly approaching the base of the tower. Yeah, I have nothing to enact because the Doom Protocol would have kicked in there.
Nice. Love it. Great.
But yeah,
Good.
you are just clearing, just reloading, clearing more. Your sprint towards the tower. Who's up?
I can go next. I don't know if this is gonna do anything. How much fuel do I have? Oh, yeah, I'm good. But I would like to use this. Well, who's close? Who's in close range with me?
You're at 1, so Dolly is.
And Dolly, are you okay on health?
I have 1 left, but that's kind of okay. Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe.
Because I can do something to help if you want it. That will get you back up health.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, I'm almost there, so I guess I don't really. I feel like it'd be more do what you're gonna do.
Okay. Then in that case, sorry, Dolly, I will use my disrupt ability, and this is going to deal all harm to deal 1 harm to all enemies in the location. And all enemies in the adjacent range will be pushed elsewhere.
Ooh.
And so I would like to do it. Wait, targets choose an adjacent range unit. Okay. I'm so sorry. So I'm in range 1. Dolly's in range 1. Where's everybody else?
3. Dolly's
Okay,
2.
so-
Everyone else is at 3. You're at 1.
Dolly's at 2. Okay, so I will do it in 3. So everybody there deals 1 harm, and I would like to push them all into 4.
Sunshine just reaches the tower, whips around, and just lets out this wave of energy that all the rest of you, as you're being swarmed, are more or less left untouched. But 400-500 of these enemies just go bowling end over end out of your way.
That's me.
Yeah. The rest of you have nothing around you. There's literally nothing for you to kill in the nearby vicinity.
So we can all just run up to one.
I
Please pick me up first.
Yes, yes, we'll get Hellfire on our
no,
way.
that's fine.
With the fact that everything was just cleared, yeah, I would say that one of you could sweep by, pick up Hellfire, and join Sunshine. First ranging.
Oh, me too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have like 8 moves that this tower could have done if not for Sunshine.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do you have it written down somewhere?
Do.
Would you like to crumple up that paper, or?
No, I'll save it. I can still find a use for it.
Smart.
Did you guys know hell was real?
Nothing it can do at that range.
What a weird thing to say to someone just out of nowhere.
Well, it's
Yes.
you know.
What a terrible way to start a conversation.
As the way is cleared, Sunshine is just standing there like a beacon, just like a more kind of like a savior, but almost menacing like. Definitely in this aura that the Sunshine has never really exuded before. Like maybe Sunshine's not quite in control.
The opposite of sunshine, one would say. Um, is combat over?
Combat is all of you can race to the entrance. The moment you step foot at the bottom stair of this tower, these husks start pulling back and returning to their dormant
Um,
state.
so you would see as the last person gets to the tower, it's once we leave combat, all of the like weird reflective covering would sort of disappear back into the suit, and sunshine would actually go down completely and fall.
Oh dear.
Does Where does Sunshine keep the extra baddie barras?
I honestly was picturing sunshine in combat with a canvas sack in hand the whole time.
My gosh, you're like a
That
scary Santa.
110%.
More like you mean a Krampus.
You're a
I
Krampus,
am a
aka,
Krampus.
aka scary Santa. Uh, can Dolly run over, grab a baddie bara, and just be like,
that's not gonna. Okay.
I was passed out when these things. I don't know how to work it.
They let out a passive electrical impulse, but that's not gonna work on her. Damn.
Uh,
Yes, Strigori will go and help prop Sunshine up and activate whatever functions are necessary as best he can figure.
so point of order. Is dormancy what we all go into whenever we hit 0 HP? Is it called dormancy in the book,
Great question.
or going dormant? I'm trying to figure out the verbiage on my sheet.
I mean, that sounds right.
Supernova?
Well, no, you do supernova when you go down.
To revive a dormant spark, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so actually, when the Batibara hits, because my official verbiage is I go dormant. If I am revived, it brings me back up.
You can be revived just like anyone else.
3, 2, 1. This is my baddie bara because I
And
don't
you were
have a
just
capybara flesh.
ripped from the umbral and thrown back into your body.
Uh, Oh, shit. And looking around and not seeing anything, I think Sunshine just kinda doesn't say anything because I have a suspicion that something weird happened, but I don't wanna tip anybody off to what happened. So I'm not gonna say anything.
Um, howdy. Are you there?
Yeah, we did it. I'm gonna, like,
Yeah.
stagger to my feet.
Thanks to you.
It's a lot of work. Are you okay?
Sure, yeah, yeah, I'm good. These guys come in handy, I guess.
Yeah. Um.
I guess we're going in, right? We're here.
That is the plan, yes.
Quite a tower to climb.
The
We don't
tower
have
is
time
many
to.
miles tall.
Oh, shit.
We'll
I
have
didn't know
time
that.
to interrogate what happened with you on the way up.
I was thinking more just ask concerning questions, but
Not now,
So,
Cass.
the tower itself
Excuse me.
is amalgamation of
Don't
obsidian
call your
and
mother by her
metal
first name.
perched atop its makeshift mountain. Like it was flat landscape and something mined out everything around it until it formed the pedestal that it sits on. Reaches high into the twisted mockery of human engineering. The hundreds of guards now dormant behind you take our first steps. The ground floor, a foreboding mass of pillars and stalagmites, stalactites, all of it metal, all jagged, like they were just like it physically ripped its way through the ceiling or the floor. Do you have your light source in here?
Yes, of course, I have Dolly with me and the light of my life,
I also have little floating lights, so like literally and metaphorically.
but also the bleach fine.
The walls and every pillar is all covered with sigils, runes, all just pulsing life.
Interesting.
So, first, hard to tell what it is, but the closer it gets to you, the more you can see that it is a spectral, human ish figure that just floats along, staring at the runes, pays you absolutely passing by.
I wonder if the tower self replicates in here when it's damaged as well.
Do you think you could do that without alerting some form of security?
Define alerting some form of security.
I feel like it was pretty self-evident what I meant.
Well, the tower didn't exactly respond when I carved a piece out of it on the outside.
I could punch it.
Why don't we move on, and when we get into a fight, then you can start talking collateral damage.
I'm just saying, if we want to know if it can revive itself inside, it's an easy way to
I'd
find out.
rather not risk you being down again. I'm unfamiliar with your suit's regenerative capabilities.
Yeah, you and me both, apparently.
Again, okay, these are things when you say them to me, I become more concerned.
We told you before we got into that fight that neither of us knew how our suits worked.
Yeah, but you could lie about it a little bit.
Everything's great. It was totally normal. I just took a little nippy nap and then I'm good.
He was also
Woke up
once
to your
insisted
smiling
upon.
faces.
Was that normal, Sunshine?
Yeah.
That was not normal.
As far as
Seems,
we know, it's normal for the suit, okay?
To autopilot?
Maybe that's a function.
pretty powerful suit.
If you think you can keep it under control.
I don't think I've given anybody any reason to think otherwise. And I think when Sunshine says that, there's kind of a strange edge to their voice when they respond like that.
So,
Can we also focus on the fact that Strigoi said concern? Wow.
What? What? Are are you concerned that Strigoi is expressing concern?
No, that's like growth. Yay.
Oh, yes. Okay. Good
I was
job,
going to say,
Strigoi.
Dolly is just referencing our team bonding.
mhm.
Thank you. Thank you, Reaper. Yes. Even walking to our deaths, we can still bond as a squad. Isn't that nice?
Did we bond on the stairs?
Sure.
And by the end, we'll be as tight as a family with glutes to match.
What?
We're going upstairs. Don't you know how basic?
Oh, yeah, maybe you have to walk.
Well, fine. I will have an ass to kill a planet with. And you can pretend like you're better than me for flying.
Not fly, it's more hovering. I'm gonna stay on your level. I'm just not gonna use my legs.
Oh, I don't know. You're gonna be pretty low below my level once I have that ass.
Okay,
Yes, sure,
let's
okay.
let's keep going, and I'm gonna start shuffling.
Yeah, what
Thank
is
you,
sorry,
Sunshine.
You
Thank
said
you.
there was a figure like observing.
The further
Nothing
in
has
you
changed.
go, the more of these figures you see, like little just specters floating around, keeping an eye on all of these runes, making sure they're all where they should be. One will stop at a pillar and inspect it for a good minute and on.
Hey, Hoop.
Mhm.
Hoop, just a question. Did these feel at all like the shades that I can create, or do they feel different?
They're pretty similar.
Okay. Can I take control of them?
Yeah, easily.
What happens? Do they just start following me instead?
Reach out to one of them, one of your current thralls, just kind of wavering and then collapsing. And you get a glimpse into its purpose. These things are meant to keep all of these sigils going. They're meant they're meant to be like caretakers. They take out the trash, they prevent unnecessary energies from flooding into this place. Anytime one of these runes starts to go haywire, they will find it, they remove it, and recarve to its intended purpose.
And if I take one with me, does another appear to take its place?
It does.
Interesting.
So these are what, ghosts?
Something like that. They're keeping everything in order.
Do any of these runes look familiar in any way?
Have you done much study on necromancy?
Oh, yeah. All of it. A plus. S tier.
Probably not.
Okay, great.
Reaper, I don't mean to assume anything about you. Do these look familiar to you?
As in, are these bodies that I have reanimated in the past?
No, I mean the writing on the wall.
Oh. No, not familiar at all.
Okay, sure. Ghosts looking at ghost writing, and you don't know anything about that.
I don't read.
Nobody reads. Nobody reads.
Are we
Shigori reads.
One
I
Sure, he
person
reads a
read.
reads.
lot.
Two people read.
I mean, it's mostly like, chemistry and engineering books, but I read.
Um, to, to kind of put it in perspective of like a whole of the tower, these things, if the tower was a computer, these are your base maintenance program. They're copied and pasted dozens, hundreds of times. Every time one loses its function, it just gets erased, is replaced by a copy of itself.
Oh, which makes us the virus.
Reaper, did you
As
tell us? Oh,
Nope,
sorry. I
go
was
ahead.
just. Did you tell us all that information that you got?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would have relayed that to you.
Tell you to say, wonder what happens when we mess up one of the runes. Then
Kind of what I was thinking.
I think what's going to
Antiviral.
happen is it's just going to fix it. I don't think we're going to have enough time. Though there are 5 of us.
I do
That
have a
could
lot of
cause a
bullets.
disruption.
All 5 of us have to get to the top so I can put the machine together.
That's why.
Yeah, I can't carry all this by myself. I could
Nice.
try, I guess. New machine body, probably new machine strength. If you guys want to fuck around and disrupt circuitry,
We can cause a skin rash or go right for the heart, I think is what Hellfire is trying to say.
I mean, we kind
I
of
think
charged right
Hellfire's
into
right.
yeah, we charged right into the army out front. We can charge right in here. It seemed to work
no,
okay.
I don't think I can fight ghosts.
Oh, I'm sure you can if you put your mind to it. But
If-
let's figure it out a later time.
So to give some perspective of our positioning, this tower is massive. You are basically walking through a maze of pillars, all at odd angles, stalactites and stalagmites that cut off entire sections that you have to find your way to walk around. Who's leading us?
I think
And
probably Hellfire.
How are you getting everyone through it?
Um, Probably as methodically as possible, moving. I if they if they understand that this is a computer, then those runes and the lines that they create have to go to a central place, and they're sort of just trying to follow that, like they would with any of their other machines.
I feel like that falls under shade. Methodical, practice, patient.
Yes, shade, character sheet. Okay. And this is this is a dice pool system, correct? And we
Yep.
add the result together.
Or it's whatever your highest die rolled is.
Oh, yes, of course. That's 6 and a 2.
It's it's like programming. Everything leads to another thing. Everything is dependent on something else. You just have to be able to see that path, follow it. Lots of it goes to dead ends. There's nothing that you can at least immediately glean. But whatever majority of these runes are leading to, it is siphoning off a tremendous amount of power.
I'm getting Tron vibes. Is it feeling very Tron in here?
You are in a digitalized tower with a Lich AI construct running the show, pulling the strings, so I could see that.
Nice.
Anything else
Would you
you don't
guys?
like to do as you are away?
I mean, Hellfire is just gonna address the whole team. Do you guys need to go over what the more specific plan is once we reach the motherboard?
Probably.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. You're all better at combat than me, fundamentally. That's just a fact. You guys are going to have to keep shit off of my back while I plug this thing together and power it on. As discussed with Sunshine during a previous experiment, should the EMP render our sparks offline temporarily, they will be able to use the Batibaras to reboot us.
Pretty straightforward. Uh, for no reason in particular,
Mhm.
if I have to, and I would be telling the group, if I have to revive everybody, um, better to not go down first. That little that little in between phase that I don't want to talk about that everybody has clocked is pretty weird. I don't know that I will be able to carry out the function of bringing everybody back while I'm in that phase. So,
Noted. Keep
gonna
you
throw
and
that.
Sunshine Hellfire need to stay up to get their jobs done. The rest of us are comfortably expendable.
Not expendable. Okay, I'd like to be very clear about this. None of you are not walking out of this tower today. Yes, it's a double negative, I know.
Just as long as we're all aware of it.
So
I'll
I'm
keep you
pretty.
safe. You just worry about making sure that it goes off.
Place is like one giant computer frame.
Hellfire, as you've been walking, you notice that it's leading you on one particular path, which by now you've seen tons of these ghost-like figures. So you hit what might be the central column, just a massive round stone dais, basically, and on it, like a glass orb. The orb itself is a good 12, 13 feet tall, and there's runes just kind of encircling the middle of it.
Interesting. What component are you?
What do you like to do?
Is it striking anyone else as something potentially distraction worthy?
I mean, as far as a distraction goes, I'm quite curious to know what this piece does.
This seems to be where your streams of data.
If it's data storage, maybe it has a map of the tower in it.
Perfect. So let's take a little jog in and use our Dewey Decimal System that we all know by now and find what we need to know.
I almost wonder if Reaper's new friend can interface with it like the rest of them.
That's what makes it a distraction. I would love to try that out.
Absolutely. Send up the ghostly program. Just floats up, looks between all the runes. It's reaching out, one after the other, activating what would seem like a nonsensical pattern. So it steps back, starts to glitch out, and then fully just erases itself. Big glass orb. Now all of its runes fully activated. Starts to close very slowly and opens back up. Like it was blinking at.
I hate that.
Caldwell waves at it.
Like that inner circle of runes moves down each of you. It was looking at.
Hmm. Maybe it's antiviral of some kind?
Either way, let's be ready. We should still probably get closer, though, I imagine, right? We still have a bit of a ways to.
Yeah, I think Caldwell's moving into the radius of whatever dais this thing is sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Does pull itself like it was fused with the stone and is now separating it. The eye just pulling itself off that stone deal, revealing behind it that it is indeed a massive spiral staircase, center structure of this. And now separated from the stairs. It's just a big mass of energy in the shape of a head. That eye still looking at you, just blinking.
We go up. We brought you your little ghost key.
The eye will lift, raise up until it starts to go through the roof, to the point where what would be a nose passes by you, and eventually a mouth just rises up out of the floor.
Okay. Weird.
Only the dead walk here. Only the dead.
So is that what it says with its big mouth, nose, eye parts?
I mean, that's not untrue. That's not an untrue statement about us generally.
It seems to have no problem with you passing. With the requirements.
Excellent. Reaper, if you
Ah,
find another one of those ghost things, pick it up.
I was going to say Reaper has probably already gone to grab another since that last one disappeared, and there's plenty to go around.
One just floated by a little too close, stopped, and is now just staring at you.
Reaper has essentially turned himself into a Trojan virus.
I
which is
have no
perfect.
idea what that means.
And it's perfect because, we have King Minos here, letting us into the underworld. Sorry, does anyone want to play Dante? I can carry you as you faint.
Actually, if I could be Alighieri, that would be top notch.
Stairwell ahead of you goes two directions, as all stairs do. Up
No, thank you.
or down.
Does this feel like my buddy?
It does.
Like when that thing spoke? Um, if y'all are still on the platform, Sunshine has not walked through the door. Or the entryway that the eyeball revealed.
Sunshine, you coming?
Kind of seems like a bad idea.
It was something to bring up when we were
don't have
leaving
another
the
choice.
city. Yeah.
Is it really a bad idea if we don't have a choice?
I mean, all right. And as I am walking through, I'm gonna ask my buddy in my head. I'm not gonna say it out loud this time. Are you up or down?
Go down.
Is that gonna kill us?
Not yet.
What you got down there?
The end.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group. Okay, so confession time. The big scary at the top is in my head. And I think it is what is keeping me alive and brought me back. And he says that we should go down the stairs. And that it's not going to kill us yet, and that the end is there. And I am not entertaining any questions about what is in my head. I am just now passing on this information.
Yes, but the big scary at the top wants us to go down.
I'm just saying. I figured I would ask. We can do whatever we want.
Also, this seems kind of contradictory if the end is down there, but they don't intend to kill us yet. That feels like two very contradicting ideas.
Shouldn't we be heading up
Not
anyway to
necessarily.
get to the top of this tower like we had planned?
I mean, I think that's where the core would be. Maybe
You
it could
don't
be
know.
down. I don't know for sure. I was operating on a hunch that we would have to climb the tower. It's a big tower. Where do you go in towers? You go up.
Unless
You realize there would be a down. Okay? I'm not a genius.
Oh,
I'm
but of
not
course you are.
psychic.
We're not a lot of things, sure, but you're very smart, and we're going to go down now because that's what the spooky voice in Sunshine said to do.
Yeah,
Yes?
because we notoriously listen to spooky voices.
I mean, don't we?
I mean, I do. You guys got mad at me for doing that.
Oh, I'm not pleased about the situation.
Now Sunshine has one, and suddenly we're all ready to just march in there.
I'm not pleased about it, really. I prefer to go up to the top. We have better survival chances. But if the person is saying, "Oh, well, yes, come to my basement. That's where I built my Fortress of Solitude," yeah, no, I'm going to go kick in that door first. Like, what do you want? If he has GPS coordinates for us, I'm going to follow that.
This might be too just sci-fi. I don't know, but whenever you're watching in a sci-fi thing and the energy tends to flow in a certain direction, do the runes light up in a certain direction, either upward or downward? Like, is there a pulse that we can follow to see
Yeah,
if
I've-
the energy is leading?
I'd have been following that the whole time. I would say that the energies would flow down, kind of like water.
I mean, if we think it's leading, if that's what we want to follow.
No, we're obviously going to go down. I just want to make sure that Strigori is acknowledging the generalized, contradictory assessment of our situations, the parallels that they may be.
Sorry, you're waiting for me to say something because
No. That would be stupid.
you're very smart.
Right.
All right.
Come on. We have to go into a dungeon.
Down we go.
We're pressing on, following the stairs, down. Which, one by one, as you do, it is an odd sensation of suddenly feeling upside down. You are still walking in the same direction you have been, but now it feels like you're walking on the ceiling. There's just this occasional crack, and it lets just the briefest view of the exterior of the tower shine through. And you are walking up.
Okay,
Which,
so I was technically right.
Are we like more up than we'd think that we'd be?
or
Are
Is
there
this like the
any like
Mario tunnel? Bloom, bloom, bloom.
are there any doors or anything off of the stairwell?
I guess we have to just keep moving up by going down.
I guess so. I'm gonna go
It is
first.
inherently
Mhm.
non-Euclidean. Hmm.
walk, and walk, 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 walk.
Will we run for a bit, see if that is anything different?
Kind of like jazz step your way for a while.
Oh.
I have a question, Hoop. Being as I'm now half machine, half data. Could I be while the group is sort of walking up down, um, could I be sort of recording the rune patterns
Absolutely.
and storing them in a memory bank
Absolutely.
of sort?
There is a point where eventually, Sunshine, you can hear footsteps ahead of you. They're distant, but they're definitely there.
We've got some kind of friends up ahead. Might still be dead, but they're not floating, so
Are you saying
just a
friends ironically?
I am.
Okay.
Just a heads up in case anybody wants to get ready with anything.
Dolly takes out a gun.
Strigoi also takes out a gun,
Copycat.
but hands it back to Dolly because he had taken Dolly's.
Takes out two guns and passes them to Strigor. Good luck.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I mean, we just push on, yeah? There's nothing else really to do.
Cry a little bit.
No, 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 no. No crying.
Why are you
Not
recording the runes on the wall?
With
Uh,
with your
I'm
recording
so
of the
sorry.
runes, uh, because as you continue to charge up, those footsteps never really seem like they're getting closer. And you're noticing that the streams of data that you're now recording are looping.
Oh, perfect. 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 Good news. They loop.
How's that good?
I haven't figured out why yet.
Oh, so it's just news?
Does
I
anybody
was
else
going to say
feel
that does
like
not
this
sound
is
like good news or bad news inherently.
It's good news for me.
does anybody else feel like this is the distraction maybe? We've been walking for a long time.
And I've enjoyed every moment with you. Yes.
That's interesting. No. Dolly has a point. The data's looping. We're hearing footsteps and we're not going anywhere. Those footsteps are ours.
So we go
So how do
back.
we break out of this hellfire?
Well, when a line of code is looping on purpose, what do you do to the line of code?
I don't know. That's why I'm
Hellfire
asking
will
you.
take a one of the shards of their wings and just scratch it along one of the runes.
I was trying to do that earlier.
Sparks wavers for a moment before dying off. Where the rune was, stone just shifts, pulls itself apart, creates an opening.
Oh
Break
shit!
it.
I'm gonna stick my head through.
It is pitch black.
Oh,
Oh
this
shit!
is very dark, friends.
It's okay. We spent all our lives in the dark.
I could send a light if we wanna.
By all means.
All right, I send one of my little floaty discs. Pew!
When it gets about 10 feet from you, whatever light it has just cuts off there.
Oh. Did I lose it?
You could call it back to you.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Just, there's light travels very, very short distance.
Dolly, can't you see in the dark? I thought I had stalled a
Oh
an eye.
yeah, that's right. I totally remember I can do that. I would like to stick my head through the hole and see if I can see anything more.
The walls of this room are lined with images, paintings of historical figures, maybe, of people, of just events that have happened in world's history. Everyone in those paintings has turned to look at you.
Oh, okay. Show back right out, and it's just like there's pictures on the wall and they're moving. I don't really know.
Do we know how big the room is? Were you able to see the end, Dolly?
Could I see the end?
Yeah, that big, maybe 100 or so feet.
It's like 100 or so feet. It's not that big.
It'll be fine.
Could move 100 feet.
I want to send 100 feet down or long.
Long,
How about down?
flat room. Nothing but a bunch of paintings.
But like if I were to jump.
You are
Can
at floor level.
wait, hold on.
It's just
It's
a
just a
normal
room.
doorway.
Just a
Yeah,
normal
you can just
doorway
walk into the room.
Is it in the floor or is it this way?
right ahead of you.
It's in the
I
wall,
thought that
Dolly.
sorry, I thought that he stabbed the floor and I was sticking my head upside down. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, but we're upside down and it's like, okay. So 100 feet that way. Okay, thank you. Dolly's gonna send 3 lights just to kind of like where one stops, the next one kind of picks up. Ghost sounds. So like kind of, so they'll kind of connect light wise.
When the light gets close enough to one of these paintings to actually cast light on it, you'd see basically a blank canvas. Nothing in it. The light gets far enough away that it's no longer illuminated. There's still nothing in the canvas.
Cool.
Is this one that I had looked at? And there was stuff, and now there's nothing. Cool. Whatever's in the paintings is probably out and moving about. So there was something in the painting, and now there's not anything in the painting. So we should probably get ready to fight Art.
You can all hear a tapping that echoes through the room. Like someone was just taking like an ice pick and just tapping it against metal again and again.
Poop, I hate this so much.
In the
Like, this shit
land
is so scary.
in the land of shadow, where darkness dwells, beware, young one, of the tale it tells. Evil lurks behind every shadow. Look so wide, but love's high. Dance, whisper, of secrets untold, till our icy finger chilling. That's where we're gonna take a break.
Ah! Hey, come on now.
Give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do, and we'll come back with the second half of our game of Locust.
Oh,
Oh no!
Kidding,
We're
we're
back.
playing Nova, I promise. We'll see you soon,
I
everybody.
don't
Are you
believe this.
sure?
Same difference. Same difference.
And welcome back. Where we left off, a horrifying visage of the natural history of this world had manifested from a series of paintings along the wall, pulling its subjects physically out of the paintings, and they just kind of disappeared. Something is also deeper in the room, tapping along the metal, listing off a very creepy nursery rhyme. But yeah, why don't we officially go into a combat initiative type order? But whatever you want to do is up to you. Who wants to kick us off?
Do we know how many paintings were in the room?
Listen, can I just bolster everyone?
Uh,
Go ahead, Kian.
No, please.
I was just going to say, can I bolster everyone by the fact that as we've been walking for these miles and miles and miles, they have already had to listen to my thralls moaning and screaming and howling, so I'm not sure how frightening this really is to all of them, and I think that should all give them advantage.
it's a nice. You like to break up the monotony, screaming thralls. Um, there's probably 30, 40 paintings.
And only one, like, after the light was on it, disappeared. The rest of them still seem to have.
As far as Dolly can see, yes. The rest of you are in pitch black darkness.
Cool.
Can I try to send the lights to where the voice is?
Absolutely. You want to kick us off an initiative?
Sure.
Your light did get destroyed. So did you spend a fuel to rebuild it?
Oh, I thought I had multiples.
For every
No, that
one, it costs a fuel. But if you had already built multiples, that's fine.
okay.
As long as you're keeping track.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
think my brain has always thought 5. I will that's what my brain has always thought.
Works for me. Yeah,
Scouts on.
just kind of
Um
paint them off towards the edge of this room. What you can see, and you alone can see, is a figure so tall. But even though this room is a good 12 feet tall, uh, it's basically hunched so much that its knees are kind of up near its head, and its arms are just out by its side on the ground. From about its ankle to its knee is about 10 feet.
He's perfect.
He's a pet. We could totally adopt him.
And
Yeah,
each of his
no.
fingers, just one at a time, are tapping against the metal floor.
Don't smile. It's a horrible thing.
I'm so scared. I can't do anything but
His
smile.
baby. Oh my god.
I'm so afraid of this.
I think Dolly's just gonna go. That's a nice poem. And you
Caldwell?
are.
Would you step into the shadow?
Can you tell me your name first? That'd be preferable.
Mm, no.
So you want me to step into the shadows and then you'll say stuff?
Kind of like rolls forward, that the knees just hit the ground, and it's full just in crawl mode towards you.
Oh my god, y'all are seeing this, right? Y'all are seeing this thing? You're
No.
seeing. No, I know you're not, but she she forgets that she is specialized. It's like you don't have to. You can stay right there. You can say it. She's gonna kind of like back up a little bit, and just like,
Like Caldwell will kind of interpose themselves between Dolly and the door. And for their action will rhythmically tap the shards of their wings on the ground. In just sort of a bum 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 bum. Like as though they were rolling fingers.
This
Strigori, if you know any poems from that book of yours, or any of them,
What book of mine?
you have a whole library. Pick a poem.
You really think it's about poetry right now?
I think I don't have any better ideas, and I don't think you do either.
Kill it. Whatever is that Dolly's so worried about.
well, I mean, it doesn't have a weapon. It's just crawling and it's big and it's lanky.
Kind of sound like the whole thing is a weapon
Maybe,
based on
but
that description.
can you stop? And she'll shout back into the room. Does it stop?
it's only taken a few steps.
It's not
Do we
coming after us, so.
do we think it's worth talking to? Should we just go in swinging? We could still adopt it.
Dolly, anything else?
Silence from you.
We can't adopt everything, Sunshine.
Dolly, anything else? Or are you just holding?
Okay, I'm gonna say one last thing. Okay, we're just a little freaked out right now because we're in a new place. So if you could just like give us just a little bit of grace and just give us your name at least, so we don't have to go further in defensive mode, please, and thank you.
Still kind of on like that all fours position. Head kind of cocks to the side like a puppy that just heard a very strange noise, but it just continues to go until the head full turns upside down and just starts laughing.
All right, well, guess not, and she's gonna shoot at it, I guess, since I'm first, unless somebody else wanted to do something, but
step in the
Ah,
room and take a shot?
well, I didn't say that. I just said
You are at
shoot
far
it.
range right now.
I can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do take aim. Um, and ideal harm equal to my shade, which is 3 at one enemy at far range.
Hole just appears in this thing. Bill just looks at you.
All
I
right.
don't suppose that worked.
You're the one that said shoot, so
Well, as that gunshot still echoes through this room and through the stairwell, goes up.
I mean, I'll step into the shadow next. Why not? I enter the room.
Push the big red button.
Hey,
The
someone's
head
gotta.
does righten itself. The depths of night, when the moon glow fades away, shadows come alive, eager to play. They dance and they sway, oh, mischievous grin, cautious child, darkness.
I really think you should rhyme with it.
Is that all it's saying? Does anything happen as I'm in the room?
It's still your turn.
Yeah, but is anything about the situation changed now that I'm in the room?
Not yet.
The portraits on the walls, is there anything in particular?
Can't even see the portraits on the walls. It is
All right,
pitch
well,
black.
I create a light source so that I might occupy a space that has shadow in it. For shadow can't exist without light.
Pull out just a little.
We have a flare or
Yeah.
something, yeah.
The closest paintings you can see, there are figures in them. They look human. They're still all just kind of staring at you.
They look human?
Mhm.
I'll work my way down the line and try to see if you said these are maybe notable figures.
Yeah, anyone that's studied history would probably recognize some of these people or events.
Is there a particular theme I'm noting?
Really? Major historical events. And everyone that leaves your source of light. Sorry, everyone that enters your source of light. Whatever figures were in them, they disappear. Even after the light is gone, they don't return.
I'll continue pushing onward with the light source towards this voice.
Uh, Dolly, as Strigori is walking into the room, you see this thing's head just turn, blocking his movements, and is shifting itself closer to that side of the room.
what side?
The left hand side?
Like the same side that he's on,
Yes.
or
The
like?
figure's moving to intercept my path.
Basically.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
She'll say like she's giving a play-by-play of what this thing is doing.
I figure that whatever it's doing is being translated to you. Okay. Goes up. Strigori, as long as you're good there.
I don't really.
Caldwell will go in after Strigori and continue as they sort of glide into the room. They'll keep tapping on the floor with their wings. But I, does Hellfire emit any ambient light on their own?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. They'll just sort of see if they can call on that to sort of brighten the radius around them. Not just enough for them to like make sure there's nothing like in their way as they walk.
Basically, at full blast of as much light as you can conjure would illuminate about 2 feet from you.
And I just move with Strigori, keep tapping on the ground.
Reaper? Sunshine?
Sunshine will, kind of following their lead, I'm gonna go in and start to go up and try to go up toward the ceiling. How high do I go before I hit something?
12 feet.
Oh, that's right, you had said. Okay. Yeah, and I would have asked Dolly to point me, and I'm just gonna glide head on to this thing. I'm gonna pull out the piece of sun shard that I have with me and hold it out to kind of like provide light from a different angle. Um, but that's all I got.
You were actively just zipping towards this.
Yeah, but I'm going at the same rate as everybody else.
Okay, so not zipping, but just casually floating.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep pace because
Okay.
since it's kind of shifting its attention, I'm trying to just give it another target so that if one of us needs to attack.
Reaper.
Reaper is going to hang closer to the right side of the room as he walks in, again trying to divide this creature's attention. Would it take my entire turn to get into near range?
I would say so, because you're at far range right now.
And so in that case, that will be all I will do for this one. Just
You're
walk
moving
in.
quite a bit faster than.
Mhm.
Well, on its turn, walls just start encroaching, some faster than others. One of its arms will just lift up. It reaches towards one of the paintings, and the hand just full goes into the painting. We are gonna devour the light. I think there's 3 equal light sources. Oh, cool. Holding your flare, going from painting to painting, suddenly this thing's hand just reaches out of one, grabs onto you, is just brutally cold to the touch. And your light is immediately swallowed. You would take 3 harm and are pacified 1.
Do I still have the protection? Yeah, so that's 1.
So you take 1 harm
Yeah,
and are
I
pacified
didn't.
1. Then it's going to make them fear. Gonna go. Oh, can roll d6. Nope, Shigordi. Oh, gonna roll that. That's Dolly and Sunshine. You are both pacified 3, which means that you do 3 less harm. Your abilities and as this thing just encompasses everything. It's just its limbs stretch out to fill the space that it's in. It's still physically thin, but its body is now just taking space. Limbs just don't make any sense, and it is actively playing on your feet. And that's it. It wants you to get closer.
I have a question. Its little stretching through thing, would you consider that its movement?
I would not.
Okay. Lame, but okay.
Grigori, you also cannot move until you get out of this grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to go first?
Did I see Strigori's flare like go out?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. I think in that event, this isn't necessarily an ability that I have, but me attempting an attack with the resources I do have. just shooting one of the wing shards out in an attempt to cut this thing's limb so it'll let go of Strigori.
You are taking a blind shot, hoping that you are hitting enemy, not friend.
Yes.
Great.
Sorry in advance.
I have a d6 here.
I don't like that.
I need you to roll d6 and tell me if you're going to roll higher or lower than I am.
I'm gonna roll higher.
Okay.
That's a 5.
6.
Ah!
How much damage would this do? Oh, it doesn't matter. Strigori can't take more than 1 point of damage. What does this attack look like?
It's basically completely reactionary. The thing comes out, stuffs out the light, and the wing shard shoots off of Hellfire's like weird floating wing visage that the Infernal has, and just plants itself in whatever it's assuming the target is.
Grigori, of course, being the unintended target of just suddenly being skewered in the back by one of your metal shards. The brunt of it being absorbed by Dolly's Moonlight Protect.
Sorry,
Yes, let's avoid
that
that.
didn't feel like spindly flesh. That felt like vampire flesh.
Well, it's normal flesh.
So you say.
Something I know you're unfamiliar with at the moment.
That I can't be upset at that. That's not a dig. That's just true.
Hellfire, would you like to continue to move closer?
Yeah. They want to be this thing's main target right now.
Get up to close range.
Perfect. It takes 1 harm.
Absolutely.
And is officially damned.
I think it's too late for that. I think it was damned a long time ago. But
Yeah, but it's damned by hell specifically, Hoop.
who's up?
I would like to go next
Please
in
do.
that case. So, would it be fair to say that between Strigori dropping the flare and then also seeing the wing from Hellfire go into Strigori, I could see that this creature is holding on to him or has
I
him
would
in
say
some
so,
grasp?
yeah.
Cool, because I'm going to use Possess, and I am going to give the command release him, and he is going to take 2 harm.
Grigori, this thing's ice cold grip just loosens, just drops you back to the ground, and retracts back into the painting. That wasn't very.
I'm not here to be nice.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Because I serve a purpose.
We all serve a purpose.
This will be fun. You weren't close. You could get, like, physically up into its face.
I don't need to get that close.
Who's
I'm
up?
good where I'm at.
I can go. I'm only at half health right now. I will use. How far away am I from it? What range am I in?
Have you moved up closer to it at all? Oh yes, you
I
were
was keeping
floating
pace.
along. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to just move, you would be at close range.
Okay. then I will move, and I will use my tear through ability, which typically would do 3 damage, but does none because I am at
Pacified.
pacified. Thank you. But it does give me 1 decay, and I would like to move to near on its other side. That's it,
Wings.
which is part of tear through.
Wings kick out, and you just zip through this thing, expecting to hit mass, but you just glide through.
Oh, this might be in your realm of things, Reaper. I don't think that this is physically here.
Oh, what?
That's fascinating, Sunshine.
Damn it, no. I used... Well, okay. Question. I don't know where I am angled. With tear through, I can damage up to 3 enemies. Would I be able to hit 1 or 2 frames while I'm on my way?
Absolutely.
Okay, I would just like to pick 2
Just
random ones.
Rip through
and...
2 of the picture frame.
Yes, and which now puts me up to 3 decay.
Shigori and Dolly.
Dolly will step into the room, I guess, because Dolly was not in the room. And heard someone say rhyme, so she'll just say, all right, if what you say is true, there's really nothing we can do. We need the light to stay and fight. Isn't that enough of a clue?
Thank you. Someone gets it.
I literally can't do anything else.
You've guns.
No, not anymore.
Oh. Uh-oh.
It does chuckle at that. Anything else you'd like to do?
If I, because yeah, you said we can't do more than 3 damage, right?
So, a lot of the party was pacified by the ability. It reduces the damage you would deal by your pacify amount.
By your what?
So you're pacified 3.
3.
Oh,
You do all your damage minus 3.
yeah. So that's like literally 0 or in the negatives for me.
Heal.
Do I guess she'll walk on like the side that Shigori is on, and if she can see that, is it like his hand is just, it's like a giant situation, just kind of like
Reaper
wrapped
made
like
the
that?
hand retract.
Oh, that's right. Then fuck. Then yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. She'll just wait for a critique on the poem she just said.
Shigori?
Does this area have a similar cybernetic feel to it, or is it seem to, if I were to put my hand on this, does this feel like wood?
It feels like metal. But
What about
it doesn't feel right. Clearly.
can I take the paintings off the walls?
Yeah.
Can I light the painting on fire?
By all means.
I think that's absolutely Strigori's plan here. If possible, I'd like to use the siphon system, rather the various veins of sanguimantic control I typically have, and spread as much of my fuel source across various paintings, and then, if possible, light one and try and spread that flame along this hallway.
Suddenly,
I'm gonna
just
Grendel this bitch.
a barely visible just stream of light up the side of the room. Painting after painting just goes up in flames. And this thing does let out a horrific screech.
It moves through the paintings. Destroy them. Create as much light as you can.
But you done pissed it off now.
Good.
That hurt a lot.
I solved your puzzle. The answer was burn everything to the ground.
We could have just read a poem, I feel.
I tried.
feel like
Why is it
you
always
just wanted
arson
me
with
to.
you?
I feel like you just wanted me to read a poem to you.
Are you opposed to that?
It's on its turn going to guide you through the darkness, which
If
all
you
of
would,
you
to, like, start this flirt.
can all either move to near range as you are just compelled, almost pulled beyond your control up to the thing, or you take 3 damage, 3 harm, and are pacified 3.
Question. Since this thing cannot harm me, can I pick the harm option and just not take any harm?
No, you would have to take the pull option.
Okay.
If you physically
already-
can't choose the other option, then you have to take the one you can.
It's not that I can't choose the other option. It's just that the other option wouldn't do anything to me, I feel. I'm alright. You said I was in close range to it. Is close...
You're going to be
Take a different-
basically up against it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll get close to, like, right up to it.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of it. That's fine.
I'm getting close.
Everyone's just
I'll
getting
get
pulled in.
close. Yeah, let's all be close together. I'm
Wait,
sure
somebody
there's...
knocked me down.
Did you say it moved us 2?
Yes, it's physically bringing you up to it.
Gotcha.
It wants a hug.
We all come together, arms spread wide, to give it a big hug.
With arms right around.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then it doesn't need to determine who is randomly going to hit, because it has all of you to hit.
Good.
Fuck, dude.
I'm glad we made this easy
Speak
for
for
you.
the other 4.
And then it is going to show you the truth in the darkness. Your sun scores are all reduced by 2. And you all lose 2.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
hey, that's my fuel.
So, I supernova.
Wait, how do you
By,
take
by losing
take damage?
fuel?
Yeah, that's my thingy. That's a thingy
That's
I
my
have.
secret, Cap.
That's my passive, actually. And I had 1 more fuel left.
It draws you all into it. Just these hands reaching out, grabbing your shadows and pulling you closer. And then a mouth opens for each of you. Just on it, from its rib cage, like from its ass, from its neck,
From its
from an
ass!
arm. Mouths just opened up everywhere and just bring their jaws on you, but it doesn't hurt. It's cold. It's sapping heat from you. And Dolly just goes limp for a second before supernova.
So yeah, it's technically empty clip. It's just pulling on the big guns and things like that. It's not a. It doesn't
Yeah, I don't-
put you into the down state though.
It's
Yeah,
meant
I
to
just-
go wild.
Yeah. Also, Strigori, you get the ass mouth all yourself.
Oh,
got it.
can't. Oh, finally, you're offering me the ass mouth.
No, the
We've been
anyway.
building up to it in the background anyway.
Will you two
Okay.
kiss already?
No, I gotta deal with this ass mouth first.
Can whenever I do the supernova, can I aim for pictures and not
Absolutely.
it? Okay, so how far are the walls? Would you say,
It
like, what
depends.
range?
One moment they're maybe 5 feet from you, the next moment they're 15, 20 feet.
Okay, so whatever range has the most pictures, I pick that one, and they all the pictures take 4 damage or 4 harm
Every picture
at whatever range I pick. So whichever one has the most pictures.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah. Just start aiming for this thing. Look over and see just these walls that are compressing and expanding like the room was breathing. And you just start taking shots into these empty picture frames. Every single one makes this thing scream again and again, more mouths just appearing on it to let out more screams. Until your last shot sinks the last picture frame and it lets go of all of you, sinks to the ground.
Oh,
Damn, and I was gonna try to send it to hell. That's much easier.
I think it found its own way down. What shot, Dolly?
The room starts to change, or more your perception of the room starts to change. It's just a long empty hall. There's no picture frames, there's no long shadow beast. There's just one mechanical figure was projecting all of this illusion of a shadow creature of your fears just trying to play on your mental facilities being distorted by this tower, and it just lies there full of bullet holes, shredded. It's still alive as can be, staring at you, vaguely humanoid face.
Interesting.
I have a question, Hoop. Does it happen to look like our machine speaker?
Does not.
Okay. Does it build wise look like it might have been a machine speaker for something else?
It looks more like that person that Shigori found. That um,
Okay.
that their body was becoming replaced by mechanical parts.
Okay.
Do you have any opposition to me scrapping this thing for parts?
I mean, I think it's still alive.
Please go
Maybe
ahead.
maybe kill it first and then do what you want to do.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't.
No, no. Take what you take what you need. Leave me alive. I want
Can
to
we
see
like
it.
just see what?
The end.
Um,
To be so beautiful.
Right, okay. I have a let's send you on your way then. And Shuri will hold out a hand towards it and just have a singular shot of solidified blood just cut through its neck.
Whatever spark was in it. Thanks.
um, and then you'd see Caldwell's arm sort of unfold. The arm that was originally already machine mechanical unfold and just like dive in to rip out any parts that he feels that they could use to make emergency repairs should it be necessary.
Yeah, can we get any like fuel or health off of this thing?
Oh yes. Yes.
Oof, I am
Roll for each painting.
That's 3 health and a fuel. It's 4 health and a fuel.
If you would like health, sunshine, it is all yours.
Sorry, I'm
Well-
just. No, sorry. Absolutely take the health if you want. I'm just realizing we have Dolly over here asking for fuel when Dolly's whole passive is you never run out of fuel, which
need
is
it.
interesting.
There was one.
Which is interesting.
What you doing, Dolly?
I was gonna say.
Gain 3 fuel after, huh?
This is why I literally wrote down everything I can do. This is what I've been doing the whole beginning of the game, just so I can keep track of all this shit.
I need a
I can never keep
screenshot
track
of that, and then I need a picture of the Charlie just like this, Pepe something.
I was literally like, oh my god, I gotta write it down. I gotta have it right here in
You're
front of me
doing
in
great.
one
I'm
spot.
just joshing. If I could get that fuel drop though, I do get a health back when I get fuel as well, so I could kind of double up a little bit because it did get a little beat up.
I have a
I mean-
question. I'm sorry. One of my abilities, I can purge my decay, and allies in close range recover health equal to my decay.
Okay.
Do I get counted in that?
Does it specifically say allies?
Yes.
You would not.
And then based on verbiage, I feel like it means that everybody receives health equal to my decay. I don't have to divvy that out. Do you feel like that's true?
Yeah.
Okay. If everybody gets close, I can drop all of you 3 health right now, but I will be absolutely useless.
Can it be fuel instead?
You're never
Cannot.
useless.
I'm
First
about
off.
to be. So I will do that. I will drop my decay. Oh, fuck me.
We really can't afford for
mean-
you to be useless in the
Well,
next.
point of order. Combat ended. Could I have done that before combat ended, Hoop? Okay,
But
cool.
if you don't have to. If it's gonna like.
I mean, I'm still standing. That was my very last fuel, so I can punch shit, but that's it. I can't do anything that
Oh my god,
requires the
have
fuel.
one of mine.
I mean, if we're
Nice.
all up to health, if I can take a baddie Barra for fuel, I can do that, Hoop, if it depending on how much it would give me.
Sure. I don't think we've determined how many you had, but I'm happy to say that you all basically have an emergency
A trillion.
Batty Barra.
We
We
said
have
that.
we have twice
said
as
a
many as we
trillion,
would
right?
need to jump our suits. I think is fair.
Yes.
How much fuel can I get out of?
As many boulders as we had. As many boulders as we had to
There
fight.
we go.
We have
There
Batty
we go.
Barras.
1,000 petty bars.
Hey, Hellfire, you think that you could reroute some of the power that's around us in this thing and maybe give me some fuel from it or heal any of us up that's coming out of this tower? Does that seem like something we have time for?
Is that something Hellfire could figure out?
Not on this floor.
Not here. Too bare bones machinery wise.
All right.
And everything I got from that guy is going to be for the EMP if it gets damaged.
I'm going to just have a Batty Barra under my arm. I'm not going to use it yet, just in case something else comes up, but so that as soon as combat hits, I can whatever I need to do to get fuel.
So we all got 3 health, right?
Yes, everybody got 3 health.
Let's be back to full.
All 6 of you.
Why do you keep...
All allies within range, right?
Yeah?
I guess you didn't heal yourself, so it was only 5.
Who are you talking about?
Who?
Because this happened earlier.
Who do you think? Who do you think? Who do you think, Kian?
Well,
Is it me?
Well, wait, now I'm confused. Who's the
Is it-
extra ally?
is it me, Jesus?
I
Is
mean-
it the tower? The tower's not an ally.
Isn't it?
The tower was claimed as
Or
the
Sunshine?
bad voice. The bad voice. Sunshine themselves said it was the bad voice. So
But yeah,
That-
that's the thing keeping Sunshine alive.
Yeah, I guess an ally would be your life support system.
I'm gonna ask
Yep.
my buddy if it can give me any fuel. since
No, no.
I'm healing it.
Buddy, no.
Force.
Can you really?
Yes.
Oh, what's it gonna cost me?
Doesn't matter.
A little bit.
Then no.
Damn, Pox was never this toxic.
He was
Pox was
literally
literally
a
toxic ways.
pathogen.
Yeah, you're being pedantic.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, I will keep that in mind if the moment comes to when I need to take you up on that offer. And I'm not saying shit to my friends about this conversation.
If the moment comes, you'll need it more than you realize.
Okay, so wait. Just a clarification. I'm totally out of fuel. Is anything happening to me? Like, am I dying right now? Okay.
Well, I mean, no more than usual.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can work
Rude.
with
Rude.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
uncalled for.
that.
He's out of line, but he's right.
All right, buddy. Well, I guess I'll keep that in mind too. And I will just turn to my group with my baddie Bara under my arm.
Who was just over there smiling, crocheting this web?
Sunshine,
Just-
why all the fanfare? Just take the baddie Bara's energy already.
Well, just in case something happens and all of a sudden we need, like, I'll have this to use at the last second. I'm just trying to get one ready. But in case I need to throw it to one of y'all for something else, we don't have an unlimited supply. I could only bring so many. I'm just trying to be resourceful with
I
that.
mean, keeping them in
When
your
you're-
bag didn't spawn new ones.
Ooh,
Yeah,
did it
there are
spawn new ones too?
Hundreds in my lab after you dump that bag out.
Shake it around and somehow and more spill out. Yeah.
Science. It's science, you guys. That's
It's not
how it works.
science.
Shh, shh. Yes, it
Forget
is. Yes.
Schrodinger's cat. It's Johnny
It's a
Sin's
paradise.
cat.
So, at the far end of this room, a entryway, much like the one we found before. Stairwell that goes up, and a stairwell that goes down.
Damn it. Does this one have a glass orb in it?
It does not. Its guardian now lies dead.
All right. Well,
Damn. We could have asked him for directions.
I mean, Sunshine can ask for directions, can't they?
Are we gonna give me disapproving looks if I do?
no.
I
No.
won't.
I'll look at you with the regular amount of emotion I typically have.
I'm gonna turn my back on Shigori, face the rest of the group.
You know how I feel about what you're doing, so
Bold of you to assume I'm not standing with the rest of the group.
I'm cutting you out. I'm intentionally moving between Shigori and the rest of the group because I don't want to. I don't want to
Wow.
get bullied. I'm trying to be helpful.
Just move your way out of it and just look. You can
Guys,
show
we
me the
need to-
backside all you like, but I'm not
we
going
need to have
to
a
look.
chat. This is fucked. We're fucked up, right? This is bad.
We are in a really shitty situation.
We've been like this the entire time. Let's stop the apocalypse first.
I will ask my buddy. Where do we go?
Do you want to reach the end? Or do you want to survive?
The world's shittiest and most scary GPS. Like,
Bruh.
What does this
What's
have to
your-
do with McDonald's?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How do I get to McDonald's? Would you like to know where you're going to die, or would you like it,
how?
or you like the million directions to show you ways you won't?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah, I've sent you to a Wendy's, a more difficult place.
You know I can't do that, Hal.
Yeah, please give me an ice cream smoothie. You know I can't do that. Ice cream machine.
You can tell how stressed we all are because this game is totally off the rails.
Just
Understandable.
need a
Hal.
moment of laughs. A moment of
Whew.
laughs.
Daisy.
Well, when you're talking about the end, are are you talking about your end, the thing that you're trying to bring about, the end of the world kind of thing?
Just again.
I'm gonna turn to the group. I'll shuffle around so Strigori can be part of the group again. I mean, I think I know the answer, but it's asking if we want to survive or if we want to get to the end.
I don't feel like I should be the one to answer that for our group.
I think we all know the answer.
All right, we all say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
The end.
Which which way is the end?
Everything lies below.
Sunshine is thinking about the Umbral and dying and all of the fear that they came in with into this place of losing the rest of their friends, and is going to look at the EMP as it exists. Could I carry that on my own? JT, that's a question for you. I'm not asking, but like, would Sunshine see? Like, yeah, I could grab that and carry it on my own.
There are 5 distinct pieces, and they are all about the size of a backpack.
Okay. I mean, Sunshine would tell everybody to go up. Sunshine is very afraid right now of everyone dying. And would probably say it with the utmost confidence in the hope that everybody would just not question it and would probably get 2 steps in and would just stop walking. And I'm going to assume that the group would probably know what Sunshine is doing, but
Why would we be going up if we've been going down so far?
I mean, you know, like you said, we have to go up. That's where he is, right?
Yeah, that was
Right.
before we went down.
To go up. This computer hasn't exactly been non-Euclidean, are you sure?
Been downright Escher-esque.
What?
MC Escher. Ugh. Never mind.
Okay.
It's
Strigori, why do you say words we don't understand?
truly.
Oh, I'm trying to look impressive in front of, well, some people.
You could say Dolly.
Oh,
We
but
all
what if I'm
know.
trying to impress you?
You're a liar.
I'm a
Bad
lion.
one.
Yeah.
No,
What words?
I feel like he's telling the truth because I also don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Are you impressed that he said it?
So down, up, down.
I mean, he's telling us to go down, and I don't want to go down.
Not many people
And
do.
oh my god,
What?
promise
Why?
that
Because downward does not provide safety. My goodness.
Strigori.
I was
That's not
this close to
appropriate.
taking a drink of my drink. I was this close.
I promised that I would be honest about this, so I'm going to be honest about it, and that he said to go down, and I don't want us to go down. And I will follow the group, but this is not.
Sunshine, we've come this far.
Yeah, well, I can probably carry all of this and go.
I don't think that's true.
And the multiple floors between you and wherever this is going?
I mean, it's not like it can kill me.
I mean, can't it?
Actually, point of order, a concern that I've been parsing through as we navigate this tower. Sunshine has an inherent connection to it with whatever is keeping them alive. This tower is very much a computer, but it's not a computer in the way that I generally understand them to exist. Point being, if an EMP is going to shut this down, odds are whatever's connected to Sunshine may also be shut down.
I mean, he kind of sucks. I'm cool with that. It'll get him out of my head.
Need I remind you that you don't.
It'll get him out of my head, Hellfire. That's all that I'm hearing.
Not.
We don't have to worry about that until it happens.
No, but I do have to worry about that.
Well, should have worried about it before we got into the creepy death tower.
We didn't have a choice. This was the best plan I could come up with. I need to modify the design.
Everyone is saying we don't have a choice and we don't have time. So
Listen, I think I speak for all of us when I say it's either we all go or nobody goes. We're not gonna leave you alone again.
Agreed.
I'm not watching you go.
Hoop, you don't get to cry.
I will figure it out on the way up. I've been scanning the code. Theoretically, I could inscribe a similar code onto their suit before we set the EMP off. Mm-hmm. If whatever's connected to this computer is the same thing that's connected to Sunshine, then it shouldn't be a problem. Right?
I mean, if there was anybody I was going to trust with that, it would be you.
As I said before, Hellfire, you're the genius.
I'm not a genius.
You sell yourself short.
Shut up and take the compliment.
I'm going to pick up my backpack bomb and start walking down. And I think Sunshine is very jittery and agitated, but when they said that they could trust Hellfire with this, that's probably that was the most authentic thing that they have said this whole time. That was very sincere. Everything else, Sunshine is not doing well, but they do trust Hellfire to figure something out. But I will start leading the group down.
I think Cass is gonna run up beside you and grab your hand and say, I promise I wasn't lying. We're not letting you do this alone. I'm not letting you do this alone.
I'm not trying to be a hero, but whatever happens after we die, wherever it is that we go, it is not a fun place. And I've already done it once, so I'm a little prepped.
I get it. I know, and I know you're just doing this out of care, but we're a team, and that's what we do. So that's what you got.
You don't have to worry about it, Cass. It's all good. But you would feel that Sunshine is shaking as you're walking and does not let go of your hand. Yep.
Squeezes.
I will say I think Reaper also catches up with Sunshine.
Oh my
In
God,
fact, I think
guys.
as the two of you are having this conversation, he's just lurking there behind the two of you, and he doesn't say anything. He just puts a hand on Sunshine's shoulder.
Do I feel things through the suit? Oop.
Not really.
I think that Sunshine has probably gotten used to Reaper lurking and probably senses Reaper there before because Sunshine knows that Reaper does not always want to jump into conversation. Um, and definitely takes a little bit of comfort from it, knowing um, like what knowing that Reaper is comforting.
He does actually say something when he senses that Sunshine is acknowledging his presence and just says, I told you before that I don't get attached. Perhaps I was wrong about that.
Well, you might want to rethink that, buddy. But I appreciate it.
Cass looks behind to Reaper and just does a "I'm proud of you," like mouthing it.
Reaper, who's just surrounded by still wailing thralls, just chilling right there. Can't see his face, can't read his expression.
That's okay, I know.
I got a villain point. I spent one. I still
What?
have 2 left.
Eee.
Hey, come on now.
Wait, we have one.
Actually, can
You
I
still have a
spend
hero
the villain
point, yeah.
point?
No.
JT, no.
Why not?
JT, no. JT.
I want to. I think it would be funny if I spent the villain point, and then Hoop had to deal with me.
Take your first couple steps down. Unlike the last stairwell where you walked for ever, those of you in the front could hear birds, could smell air. You can actually see sunlight.
Well, I don't trust that.
Sus.
Imagine it's something not a lot of people have actually seen in this group.
Yeah, it's even if it's just light radiating around this spiral stairwell, it looks so warm and pure. And as you step down, those of you stepping into the light find that it's just you. There's no spark suit, no weapons, just you.
Can those of us attached to our spark suits breathe? Are we dying right now?
Fine.
Okay.
No pain, there's no suffering. Even looking around, you see that everyone else is just themselves. Stairwell opens up. A wide open field with trees and flowers, grass, wildlife. Wildlife that hasn't existed on this planet any years.
My God. This can't be real. They've made it.
Where's my
Obviously,
suit?
Strigori. Where are my bodies?
Two very wrong questions.
No,
Figure
I don't.
manifests from the field of grass. walking towards you. Human, male, kind of thin, but otherwise not human. Short cropped, brown hair, very loose fitting clothes. Welcome.
Don't like this.
You don't? Why?
No, my suit's gone. I'm not. I don't. I'm not supposed to exist separate from it.
Why is that? That some machine speaker said that you have to throw away your lives, then?
No, I didn't throw my life away.
Didn't you? Imagine what your brilliance could have done had you focused on agriculture, on sustainability, on long distance travel, on harnessing light, any of it. No. It put you in a tin can and sent you to die.
But I didn't die.
Didn't you?
Not really.
The tower told you. Only the dead walk here. This, like gestures towards everything. This is my world. This is my vision. Everything. What's so wrong with it?
It comes at the cost of real lives.
Who's to say what's real?
A lovely notion for one who can exist in two spaces.
If you could exist,
Then I would know what it has cost, and it would disgust me.
all of you share the sentiment. All of you feel this place is cursed beyond redemption.
I'm gonna back out of the sunlight, back toward the steps. When I'm out of it, what do I see?
This isn't right.
Why? Don't know.
I don't have my suit.
Because there's no machine speaker here to tell you what's right and wrong.
You talk like we only listen to the machine speaker. I haven't trusted our machine speaker in a very, very long time. Everything I did was because I wanted to do it.
Of course. Why you're here.
This
Well-
was not my mission, and I chose my mission. But my mission was not to find paradise.
But you still did.
You serve a machine.
Not exactly.
This tower is a machine.
Hour. Live.
Just as I was in my suit. And Sunshine was in theirs.
will walk up to you, place a hand over your chest. Feel that?
No more than you do.
To be alive and everyone can.
On what terms?
None.
Are you gonna try to kill us if we try to get out of this room?
No need to try to kill you.
Because we're
sure.
already dead.
Said it. Not me.
He Caldwell hit this guy.
Please do.
Yeah.
Also, does he look familiar at all to like have we seen this face before?
A version of it, a very messed up version, was what that lich that attacked the city was modeled after.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, he puts his hand on my chest and Caldwell just fucking punches him.
Roll your son.
Absolutely. Oh my god, that's a 6, and a 6. Who?
Just absolutely
Straight to hell.
just clocks him. And the figment of him would hold steady for about a second before just disappearing. The scene starting to glitch in front of you.
Oh, damn. Can't
Did you
take a
feel
little-
that?
Why you do this? Why do you fight against everything that I have built for you? Why do you choose misery at every turn?
I choose family at every turn.
And we refuse to kneel.
Now give me back my suit so I can kick your ass.
You want to see the truth?
I imagine you think it will shock us.
I hope you'll open your eyes. And
Enlighten us.
the room would start to fade. The sound of birds and wildlife and wind all fades. Cool breeze that's been hitting your faces dies off. Again, encased in your metal spark suit. Room kind of powers down. Then everything starts to become more clear, like you were staring at a foggy vision that you're finally seeing through. And there are test tube after test tube lined up in a row. And you will find out what happened to your machine. Floating in one, they're dead or unconscious. Along with more like him further down.
Is his brother there?
Yes.
Fuck.
Just another machine speaker with your promises of safety.
No. Misunderstand. I want nothing from you. I want to give you a home, a paradise.
No. You remove pain and challenge from us. What life would that be?
Life do you have now?
Oh, it hurts. It really does. But it's real. It's not an illusion. Not some honey sweet wine meant to dull the senses.
Are stubborn. Stubborn to the point of being blind. Fine. And monitors would just start flashing streams of data. Tons of those symbols that you saw down below, but mixed in with legible equation.
And I scan them while they flash.
Yep.
Just keep them. Excellent.
Your experiments to them. Expendable tools. Not the first generation of their kind. Won't be the last. To send you off to die for their cause. Not caring that you ever lived in the first.
Maybe it's true that they didn't care about us. But that doesn't mean that we don't care about them.
You would see schematics popping up. Shigori would recognize a lot of them. Any of you that saw that figure from the tunnel system, modified to be more machine. This was their plan. Not to improve the world, just to modify its people to be able to survive in it.
I mean, isn't that what you've done to me? Modified me to survive?
Didn't survive.
I'm here, ain't I? Survived long enough.
Maybe I'm being unclear. Fine. Come meet me at the end. See why I'm doing all of this. Still feel a world full of darkness and pain. Better than the world I can create. Well, there'll be your chance to stop me.
See you soon then.
Disembodied voice.
Remind me, just because I don't remember, we don't know like who this person is really, right? Okay.
Well, obviously it's Dingle McCringleberry.
Ugh, the name tag. How
Yeah.
could I be so?
It's old man Jansen.
Guys, can you handle the next few rooms?
Do you need help?
I need to process all of the data I just absorbed to see if there's a way for me to bridge the gap between.
Come on, Dante, and he'll lift you over his shoulder.
You don't have to carry. I'll just
I'm
tie me to your
carrying
waist.
you.
You don't
Oh
have
no!
to carry.
Oh no! I'm gonna carry you
Like
so I
a
can
half
say how
ton of
heavy
metal.
you are. Oh my goodness! Oh, the weight I
Put me
bear
down,
for this
please.
group. Oh, do a little mini squat.
I hover. I don't even touch the ground.
I know, but oh
You
my
can
poor
pull me
Dante,
like a
you passed
balloon.
out in this for this horrible
I didn't
information.
pass out. I just need to process some data.
You must process in your mind, and I push your helmet towards my chest. Oh, be strong, Dante. Be strong.
You're being dramatic.
Oh no, I just need to support you while you process information.
I said I wanted to be Alighieri.
I'll
Dante
fire.
Alighieri.
I'll fire. I still have a villain point.
Yes, yeah, you fucking do.
Oh, yes.
Please, lay it on me. Bully me.
We were
Wait,
laughing. We were
I
having a
don't
good time.
suppose that you're offering it to me to spend.
In a way, I am offering it to you.
Thanks, I hate that.
You are consuming multiple brain power worth of data from individuals that have been alive since before the sun exploded. Living computers that have the standing knowledge of all of human history. And this is multiple of them. Each of them laced with their own failsafe, their own virus. So, what is your highest stat?
Highest stat? My sun and my moon are both tied at 3.
Okay. Would you just keep track of these? Um, just put a little asterisk next to either of them.
Sure. I'll do moon, since sun is a little more important to Hellfire than moon is.
That's- and just remember that you do not have viruses.
It's fine. What computer doesn't have viruses in them?
How many like people like chamber pod things were in here?
There's like 6 of them, but only 3 of them have anyone in.
Oh, okay. And so we like machine speaker's brother, and do we know the third one? What do they look like?
Very similar vibe of their body is mostly made of machinery. Their organs have been replaced by semi-functioning uh, apparatuses.
Operandi? No. Hmm.
So those are the only bodies here.
But I mean, if you continue on past this room, it does open up into pods, like little like bean sprouts, just lining the wall, row after row after row after row. And you have seen these before. These are the pods that they used for the cryosleep.
Are there people in those?
There are.
Like fresh people or like
They're alive.
okay. Sorry, did I phrase that wrong? Um
No, that was amazing.
It
really
was.
was.
It was perfect.
They
That's.
they
I
have
got
not
the right
hit.
idea.
They haven't hit their expiration date yet.
okay. Um do, is there anything that we can like get from them like where they came from?
Their,
Are they from like our town
their
or like
basic information would be displayed on like a medical chart on a screen by them. Um, but even like stopping for a moment to look at it and taking in the data, the screen would kind of go fuzzy. It would fill with static and then turn to like you were watching a movie of this individual living a life with a family and friends, a job, and the world not being covered in darkness.
did you watch Doctor Who recently?
I've
I'm
never seen Doctor
feeling
Who.
what? Oh my god, I have to send you an episode. Anyway, sorry. Okay. And there's like hundreds.
They go as far as you.
We can touch them and it's like real. It's
You can
Are we
touch the
still in the
pod.
Yeah, the pod. Okay.
Yeah, everyone you pass by, the screen would flicker and change to showing you what they're experiencing.
This is a bit of a throwback. Do I see my brother in here?
There's a lot of pods.
Okay.
But you could certainly take the time to go inspect them all.
Just whichever path we're walking down. I'll keep an eye out for his face.
To be fair to you guys, it's gonna take Caldwell a while to process and
That's
decipher
why
this
I'm
shit.
carrying you.
Do a
Yeah.
quick Google search here. That's definitely not going to put me. Yeah.
Those are the best
Huh?
Google searches.
Where is Kian's brother?
Joke's on you, I don't have one.
That you
um,
know of. That's why we're gonna go find you one.
We're gonna pick one out for you.
We're starting a new campaign.
so right now you are processing 7.5 petabytes of data.
Normal amount.
I hear those are really tasty with some, gyro meat.
Uh,
Sure.
or
Yeah,
7.5 million gigabytes of data.
Oh, there's an
Okay.
answer in there, and I don't really. That's gonna take a long time. Hmm.
Anyone like to do anything as you are walking through the Garden of Eden?
I'm just gonna, as much time as we spend there, I'll just see if I see my brother there.
No one's actually thinking of taking their offer, are they?
I mean, I am, but I think I've made my stance on all this very clear.
You live in the fantasy land.
I don't want anybody dying.
Sunshine.
Look, my life is already gone. I'm stuck in this suit until I die. I am
You-
here to see all of you out and make sure. And if this is the way that y'all stay safe, I would take him up on it.
You know he's not going to want one person. Whatever it is they
This
want,
is-
it is for everyone to be like these pods.
At this point, everyone is not my problem. Everyone is not my concern. I'm not here for the people back in the city. I am not here for anybody else at any settlement. I am here because of the four of you, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that you all make it out alive. And we have all fought enough about making sure that everybody has their own choices. So I'm not going to take choices away from people, but I'm also not going to change my mind. And right now, yeah, the offer is looking pretty damn good.
I want to die. I mean, not now, perhaps, but someday.
Well, hopefully it's sometime after me.
Oh, I didn't realize I was working off of your schedule. Do you have a
I live
time
to
picked out,
inconvenience.
or
I live to inconvenience, Strigori. You know me better by now.
Well, and that's why we can't let you go, Sunshine, because who else is going to inconvenience him?
oh, don't worry, I think you're all lining up for it.
I'm also leaving behind, 100,000 of my children back in the city, so
Yes,
that'll help.
would you doom the battery bars to this fate?
You
Do you
know,
think he cares about the Batibaras?
no, but they're part of the city. They're not my concern. Look, Strigori, we don't really have time to argue semantics.
I'm not there to argue semantics. I'm here to see if you're going to be on his side or ours.
I've already told you I'm on yours, and if you don't believe me, then that's your own problem.
The issue is, in trying to protect us, I'm worried you're going to be with him.
I already said we have all fought enough about making our own decisions. All of you have decided to see this through.
Can you at least make a promise that you will not do anything like what you're saying until it is the utmost final thing? Don't I know that seems like the way to go, but don't give up so easily. Can you make that promise?
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, so no.
I agree. There's a chance that in you wanting to protect us and do right by this group, you could be falling into a trap.
I am not going to trap any of you in a pod. I'm just saying the idea is appealing.
I don't think that's what. I don't think that is what is being said here, Sunshine. I think what the concern is that if you are so determined to save us and you are forced into a decision at the last minute, that might not actually be the decision that saves us. You might think that you can pull some sort of heroic sacrifice in the last minute, and this voice, this figment, is going to honor a deal. But you might be sacrificing yourself for nothing.
Yeah, it's
Well,
feeling real like Crossroads Demon, like tricksy kind of, you know.
It's a serpent.
Whichever allegory we want to go with, sure.
Oh, it's pretty firmly established itself in the Christian canon. I feel confident saying. Did you not pick up? And I motioned towards Cobble in my arms that hold Dante's Inferno thing. Come on, keep up.
The two of you started that. That was not something that was
We
imposed on
were
you.
King Minos welcomed us into the underworld, and then there's deceit, and you get it right. I nudge Cobble. So you understand, right?
Caldwell's eyes are so glazed over right now.
I just like move it so the head kind of.
You hear dial-up noises come out of your mouth.
Cobble gets it.
well, I don't know who Christian is, and I don't know why he has a cannon. But we have places to be. We got shit to do.
One book. One book is all I ask before you decide whether to do mastopods or not.
Then you got to live long enough to teach me how to read.
That I can work with.
Precisely.
All right.
We are agreed.
Past these pods, you would find your exit stairwell up or down.
Well, down's been doing pretty well for us thus far, but I mean, I don't know. Any dissenting opinions? Cobble? Shake, shake, shake.
Still processing.
Cobble's absolutely on board for the downstairs train.
Let's go. Hoop, was my brother there? Okay.
I've been your brother the whole time.
Oh no. The reanimated corpse of him, unfortunately.
Vampire?
Yeah, sorry about that.
There it is.
We walk further and further. That winding stairwell. Feeling like again you're walking down, but somehow upside down, walking up. Whatever lies ahead of you is purely meant to test your resolve, conviction, and break whatever it is that holds you to this miserable existence. And whatever it is, we'll have to wait until.
But it's only next week. But it's
Yeah,
only
thank
until
goodness
next
it's
week.
literally
Yeah,
next
Yeah.
week.
like
It's
4
only
days.
it's next week. It's
Not
fine.
even 1, 2, 3, 4,
Thank-
5. 5 days from now.
Thank God. The planning on that. Mwah, mwah.
We
Wonderful.
have 2 sessions left of Nova before it's over. Before we find out what
Nova.
the end is and what it means for this world. Thank you all so much for being here. Being an amazing cast. Thank you to everyone that came out to watch us and support us. We heckin' love you. Before we go, I do want to give everyone a chance to tell you who they are and where you can find them on the internet. We'll go clockwise, starting for me, which means that we are starting with Turk.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hi. I am Turk or Turk accented if you dare to try and lord over me as of a god, in which point I will spit upon your Garden of Eden and burn it to the ground. Anyway, I am playing Strigori, which is considered a choice to make. And if you want to see more of me, weird, but you can do so here Thursday, June 1st. I'll be playing Delta Green, which is also scary, but I'll be playing God's Favorite Marine. We're doing Impossible Landscapes, also heading towards the end of things there, and yeah, it's been a time. It's been a time and a half. Due for overtime. You'll be right back here on the 5th, though, and yeah, find us then or else. There's a bunch of other stuff coming up, but I usually only go to the next show, so you have exactly one thing from me. There are other things coming, but I can't talk about them yet. But they're going to be spooky unless they aren't.
They're all
Anyway.
spooky. Every game is spooky if you try hard enough.
Every game is spooky. I mean,
Toop's
You can-
#1 philosophy.
believe in yourself. Become the horror you want to see in the world.
Horror.
That's my final message. Yeah.
We have to
ooh.
specify horror.
Well,
Nah,
You know what? You do
both.
you.
Both.
You do you.
both.
Both.
No judgment here. Over to Blair.
Hi, I'm Blair. _ Canadian Moose all over the place. I've been playing Cass or Dolly. Love this game. It's fucking great. Come back. Yeah, same. 5th. I'm gonna say it again, so you have to remember it. But I will also be on this channel on Friday playing Sleepaway, which is gonna be great. I just tune in to find out about my character there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. And then oh my god, on Saturday, over on High Shelf Collective, Mass Effect is back after like 2 months, 3 months. Our GM is a trucker and has schedules are weird, so we're very happy to have Casey back and being able to play. And it's close to the end of that game too, which oh my god, I'm gonna like break for 5 days because I'm not gonna be able to handle that. Then on Sunday, Hyrule Historia. Hey, have you been playing Tears of the Kingdom and you want more Legend of Zelda? Come watch us play Hyrule Historia, which is it's like a it's in Cipher system, but a homebrew like Hyrule setting. Connor Cyberwolf has created it, and it's fucking awesome. So yeah, We're also closing to the end of that. Oh my god, all my games are ending. What am I gonna do? A game that just ended, Ascension in Paradise, book 3 of the Ascension Cyberpunk Red anthology. That was good. Definitely go check that out. Check all of that and whatnot. So much fucking lore. People have been working on that. It's crazy. So yeah, if you like Cyberpunk Red and want to come see, that's over on High Shelf Collective as well. So yeah, I'm either here or on High Shelf, so just hop back and forth. That's all.
Over to JD.
Hey, I am JD. Tonight I have been Reaper. I'm not going to go through my entire schedule, but it is going to be a busy week. I am usually over with Live from the Apocalypse, and I will be there the next 3 days, since I will be playing in Founders Day, which is a backwoods preview if you want some more horror. It'll be our second episode. First is still available on VOD if you want to catch up. Then on Thursday, I am going to be GMing Redacted, which is a horror game and a powered by the Apocalypse system that I created myself because I do way too many things. This will be our second episode of the ongoing campaign. Should be exciting. And then on Friday, I am going to do the wild thing of playing in a game in the afternoon, Thy Kingdom Come, our Urban Shadows game, and then jumping right back into GMing A Season of Secrets and Shadows, our Regency Monster Hearts game. And then I will round up this several-day streak on Saturday playing a favorite game of the Lost Caravan, Locus, where I am over with RPGs Uncovered, doing a demo play that's going to be about 5 to 6 episodes in a series with some of the worst human beings we have ever created, and I am very excited for people to continue to see me just go completely feral. And then, of course, I will be back here on the 5th for the next episode of Nova.
Excited. Over to JT.
Hi, I'm JT. You can find me at WeebGeet on Twitter. I was Caldwell, aka Hellfire, tonight. You can find me this week nowhere else. But next Monday, you'll find me back here playing Nova. And then the following Friday, I'll be on Table 1 of A Season of Secrets and Shadows, starring JD as our phenomenal and amazing storyteller. My character there is going a little bit off the rails, maybe. And then the following Monday after Nova, I will be starting a new mini campaign called Cottages in Cerberus, where we are playtesting a new system that is basically a cross of Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter. It's looking to be super cozy. It's super fun. On the 22nd of June, you can find me back here running a game of Triangle Agency for Lost Caravan's very own chaotic group. And it's so unwieldy, these people, and I love them a lot. I'm doing a couple other things that I'm not sure I can announce yet for Pride, but that's what I got right now. Come watch Nova
Excellent.
on Monday.
Over to Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on Twitter at uptight_chiffon. I am super excited because I'm finally one of the busy bees. Today I have been Sunshine. So tomorrow I have off. On Thursday, our Invisible Sun campaign returns over on Sorting Key, which I adore. My character there is making some really tough decisions, and we are getting back to the present, and we might have to go fisticuffs with an angel. So it's going to go really well for us. On Friday, I will be hanging out here in the Sleepaway game, which I am super stoked about. We're getting to partake in some of my favorite camp activities. On Saturday, I will be here for Fabula Ultima, our Fabula Ultima campaign, episode 5, I believe. I also have an invisible friend there. She is also leading me down some very sketchy paths.
She's much nicer, though.
She is. She's lovely. I saved her life, so, there's that. On Saturday, I will be over on, I think it's Exquisite Corpse Presents, I couldn't remember the last word, for a game of the monster game, Monster of the Week, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I have never played it before. I'm really, really excited. It is a game celebrating Pride, so I'm super stoked about it. It's a super cool. The GM for that one kind of came up with the whole concept as far as the storyline we're going with, but it is very reminiscent of a podcast that I've been listening to called Old Gods of Appalachia, what this group knows about. We've all talked about it. So I'm super stoked about that. Monday I will be back here for Nova, and Tuesday I am starting over on Singularity Roleplay. I think I can talk about this now. But we are playing a campaign with It Came to Town in the Night. Um, I am super stoked about it. It is going to be horror. It is all for Pride. It is going to be, there's a content warning across the board because we are doing a very intentional perspective on the queer experience and how challenging that can be sometimes. So tread carefully, take care of yourselves if you come to hang out. But it is a phenomenal group. It is phenomenal characters that we have made. We're building the world together. I think it's going to be really special, and I am so stoked about it because I finally get to talk about it. And those are my things right now. But I have 6 whole days of streaming in a row, and I'm really proud. And I'm not going to say that at the end of it, but I feel really cool right now. So that's me.
You are really cool,
Yeah,
Kian. You're so
you're
cool.
the
Yay.
coolest.
Get
Thanks,
it.
guys. Like Sunshine, I also require constant validation. I think I've said that at the end of one of these streams before. It's still true.
It's a recurring theme.
I guess that just leaves me. Of course, I've been Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game, and for most games around here, if you want to come hang out with us, you can join our Discord. Link is down below, that big old button that says Discord. It's where we hang out and post things like casting call schedules, and just generally be giant nerds. That's all I got. I am going to hope that they are still streaming. I hope Neon Lights is still streaming.
They're still streaming.
Okay, I'm going to throw a
Yeah.
raid over to them. Is there a bunch of great nerds? Go follow them and go support them. Oh, wait. Did I spell it wrong? Neon Lights Role Play. There we go. Haha, nailed
There
it.
we go.
First try. As always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.